On a Wednesday morning, Middays with Marks 97.5, The Fanatic. I'm your host, John Marks. Good morning to everybody listening on the radio, listening on the Fanatic app. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody watching live on YouTube. Get involved in our community of chatters that watch live and go back and forth, following the show. Good morning to everybody out there. And remember, you can watch YouTube later. You don't have to watch it live. Just subscribe to 97.5 The Fanatic on YouTube. You can go back and find the show if you want to listen to the audio on the podcast version or on the Fanatic app. Lots of ways to catch the show live or later. As we say good morning, we may have an opening of a producer for a show. So maybe this is an open audition because Ray is still in San Diego, we think. So we say good morning to Patricia Caputo, who is manning the controls today and producing. Hi, Trish.
Good morning. Yeah, heard Ray's never coming back.
Trish was talking about Ray's attitude. Connor was talking about Ray's attitude today. As we say good morning to Sean Brace. Hi, Sean.
No, come on. You're gonna make me stand up for our man here. Come on, you know that. What's going on? What why are we down on Ray?
I don't know, because he's in San Diego on a Phillies trip.
Connor's ripping on him though. That's another level.
I don't know if it was on the air, but I had just said yesterday that because Ray said yesterday, my day starts at 9 o'clock. And he was annoyed that we woke him up when we called him on the air.
Notifications are off, too. Did you see that tweet?
I did not.
Oh, yeah.
He tweeted out that his notifications are off.
Notifications are off.
Oh, my God.
With the beach.
Dude.
With the beach. Yeah.
How about that? Remember how we were going to do a Zoom call? Like, shouldn't he be texting us and saying, hey, I want to come on?
I mean,
weren't you doing that when you were on vacation with your family?
Yeah, not day 2, though. Maybe day 3 when I started getting bored and annoyed. Sure. Yeah. Then I was like, yeah.
Well, the odds are Ray's face, he's drooling on a couch cushion right now.
Good for him.
Let's not act like that he's doing anything important in San Diego.
He's doing it right then. That's for sure.
All right. Well, whatever. You know, like I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't want him on the air then. Fine. Have your vacation. No, seriously. Let's get Brendan Petrilli on, our promotions coordinator. You think he wouldn't want to zoom in?
I dig that idea. Petrilli is a untapped resource there. Yeah, let's go ahead and dial him up.
If I texted him right now and it woke him up, what do you think he would do?
He hasn't slept.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. He hasn't slept. He's probably playing Bago out there on the beach.
He could be doing that. All right. Anyway, whatever, Ray. So Phillies win last night, but today's a big day because Nick Sirianni is speaking at 11:40, and then Jalen Hurts is speaking as well. Adam Schefter spoke about the situation. We know the big day's almost here, Sean Brace.
Mm-hmm.
June 1st, June 2nd, do we believe it happens right away? Does it take a little bit of time? Do the Eagles hang? Because that's really the big question to me is after hearing all of the insiders say, I don't think a deal's done just yet. I think he's going to go to New England, but I don't think a deal is done yet. If that's the case, why would we believe that the deal's going to get done on the 1st or the 2nd? Right? If Howie's holding out for more, why would he unless the Patriots are going to say, oh, yeah, sure, we'll give you exactly what you want. So isn't this going to take a couple days to kind of work out?
There's 2 ways I look at that. And I think we're on the same page when it comes to this discussion because I don't have the answer. Nobody has the answer right now. Hopefully Howie and company do. But I would say for the most part, like what's hitting me now more than ever, and I hate to bring it up because of what took place last night, and it's a serious situation, but for crying out loud, one of the top 5 running backs in the game got arrested last night for domestic violence with Green Bay.
5 charges. I mean, serious stuff.
And my point is things happen. Howie, if you want to move A.J. Brown, and look, you're not going to acquire Wicks, you're not going to draft Lemon. You're not going to go after the other 17 receivers that they pulled in this offseason without the idea that they're moving A.J. Brown. However, I refuse to believe that things don't happen like that last night. John, 11 teams went to OTAs.
That's next level take. You're worried about something happening with A.J. Brown. But to your point.
No. I'm bringing it to the other side. I'm saying players get hurt. Players do stupid things. Like, why do you have to move him on June 1? Get the best in return.
So you want to wait?
Hey, look, man, I just don't understand why we are going above and beyond to benefit the New England Patriots.
Well, you're not. They're the only show in town. Isn't it clear? Like, look, listen, I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
Everybody's had months to get A.J. Brown if they wanted him. Everybody's had months. The Jags, the Rams, and the Rams are already out of it. The Rams were interested. The Chiefs weren't interested. The Ravens weren't interested. Maybe the Chiefs are a team that does decide that they want to come in because of Rashee Rice and whatever's going on with that, right? Like, who knows? But you need to, like, if those conversations, if that conversation is happening, now you have two teams that are interested in the wide receiver. That's great. If not, I'm not telling you not to haggle a little bit. Man, you can't be going into July with A.J. Brown still not being traded. Now, what's interesting today?
Why not?
Because it
He doesn't show up.
It starts to become it starts to become a distraction. He needs to go to his new team. I need to move on. The team needs to move on. The players don't need to continue to answer questions. Nick Sirianni at 11:40. I can't wait to hear him answer questions about
values.
What do you think he says?
Who knows? Does
he give these still an Eagle?
Yeah, I think he has to. That's the company line, and I have no.
My freaking mind. We better figure this.
Sorry, wrong one.
I don't have an issue if that is his answer, because look, Howie set the tone. That's how Howie's answering it, and that's how the organization as a whole
So
is
I'm not doing a good enough job.
How it's going to answer it too.
But they're us answering, knowing everybody knows the real answer.
Yeah,
because that's how I would answer it. Was just like, listen, A.J. Brown's still an Eagle. There's not really much else I can say. He's not going to be present for it. Like, you don't have to pretend. That's just how you have to answer it.
Yep.
The teammates are going to do the same thing. Now, Jalen Hurts is going to be asked the question. Do we have what Adam Schefter said this morning?
Ooh.
Trish, Adam Schefter was asked what he would ask Jalen Hurts about A.J. Brown. Let me know when you have this so you can give me the thumbs up. Because I'm not telling you that I think Jalen's going to say anything, but I guess you never know. Here's Adam Schefter with the guys this morning.
I think the way that I would ask it would be, I don't know if he's going to answer it today until a trade actually happens, but what would A.J. Brown's departure mean to the Eagles receiver room? I would even preface it by saying, Jalen, there's been a lot of reports that he's expected to be traded. June 1st is the potential date. He hasn't been here. We all expect he's moving on. What would his potential departure mean to the Eagles wide receiver room?
Good question. And then I would follow it up with, there's also been a lot of talk and a lot of discussion that your relationship with AJ on the field and possibly off the field is a big reason why, or the reason why he wants to be traded. Would you agree? Do you believe that that's true?
Yeah, I love that.
He's going to be asked that. Brandon Lee Gouton's going to join us at 11 o'clock, so we'll get his thoughts on the entire situation. I don't know if he says anything or he doesn't say anything or how he handles that. He's going to get asked because AJ's still here and he's going to be asked. Schefter also talked about, do we have the one where he says that there'll be a story that comes out after the trade? So, which means he obviously knows people are probably working on it right now. So here's more Schefter this morning.
Well, I would think at some point somebody would put something out that provides a little bit more context and clarity to what transpired. How do you go from having that relationship to where it seems like all is not like that? I don't know the answer to that. It's interesting, but clearly it feels like from the outside the relationship changed. Look, all relationships do over time, but that one went from what seemed to be a close one to where AJ preferred to move on for whatever reason.
Yeah, and I'm sure someone will do a deep dive and figure some of that stuff out. Honestly, I just think that AJ is a different guy, probably a little bit of a loner, and he goes from being hot to trot, he's my best friend, to I want nothing to do with the guy. He already wants to move on. Obviously, I don't think he hates Jalen Hurts. I just think that he's indifferent with Jalen Hurts on a personal side, and he doesn't think he's a very good quarterback.
Hot to Trot, a very underrated movie.
With Bobcat Goldthwait?
With Bobcat. John Candy? Come on, man.
John Candy was the voice of the horse.
Horse racing? Yes. Yeah. That's a great flick.
That's a good pull. Hot to Trot. What a bad movie.
Yeah. Good one.
Is that your number one horse racing movie? Let's do top 5 horse racing movies.
I got
Sean.
you all day on that one. I had the damn horse racing. I don't know where it is, but yes, I'm with you on that one. Oh, there it is. There you go. Nice. Well timed. Look, I think we are in a position right now where if you want the honest answer, I think that this is a June 1 deal where I think the date hits. They've got it worked out. This was something that was negotiated back starting in the combine into the draft. And if this is how it's going to play out, he is gone June 1. He is gone June 1. For now, Jalen, anybody asked about him needs to go with the company line. A.J. Brown is an Eagle. Until then, I can't add anything.
All right, so today you have to get on the record on the show.
All right.
When does he get traded? And to who? Most people are going to say the Patriots. When does he get traded? Maybe we get a prize pack for everybody that gets it correct. It is not going to be June 1st. I would bet big that it's not June 1st. I don't think it's June 2nd either.
Then that means there's still negotiating happening. There's still negotiations.
Yes.
That means another team could get in.
Okay, yeah, sure. It also means Howie's saying, I'm not giving you a third-round draft pick. You're going to give us a first and a third. And Elliot Wolf of the Patriots is saying, man, I'm not giving you a third-round draft pick. I want a fourth-round back if I give you if I want a second-round pick if I give you a third-round back. I still think there's some negotiations good to happen.
And he's going to say, Elliot, that means I'm going to start taking some other calls.
610-632. Agreed. And then maybe he goes back out and he re-engages Andy Reid. Or he gives the Ravens a call. Or he touches base with the Jags. All of that's on the table. To your point, there's no reason to rush it. I don't need him overplaying his hand and then we're screwed because the Patriots give him the middle finger and say, no, you got greedy. We're out. 610-632-0975. More on Schefter. More from Schefter on the situation. But give us your final prediction on when it happens and what they're getting for him. I need that from you coming up next. What are they getting? Is it less than a first-round draft pick net? Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic. Nick Sirianni, his press conference at 11:40. We will carry it live. Don't go anywhere.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
It's another win. I'm Patricia Caputo with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies defeated the Padres 4-3 Monday night, or Tuesday night, rather. Bryce Harper and Trey Turner each hit a home run to secure the win. Aaron Nola threw for 5 strikeouts in 6 innings. The Phillies looking to sweep the Padres at 4:10 p.m. The Eagles began OTAs Monday. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are expected to speak to the media this afternoon. Adam Schefter joined the morning show and discussed how different the offense could look this season.
You still have that talent and you want to work it around the talent, so it might not be as drastic as it would be if there was a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator, and a new quarterback. But in this particular case, you just have new thoughts, new ideas, new perspectives.
OTAs continue for the team until June 4th. The Union are on an extended hiatus until July 22nd as the city of Philadelphia prepares for the World Cup to come to town on June 14th. And OKC took a 3-2 lead over the Spurs Tuesday night. The winner of the game will face the Knicks in the finals, and the Golden Knights are headed to the NHL finals after sweeping the Avalanche. This update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. I'm Patricia Caputo on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Welcome back, Middays with Marks. The phone number is always the same, whether you're texting the Davis Honda text line, feel the Davis difference at Davis Honda in Burlington, or if you want to do the voice memo on the Davis Honda text line, or you want to call. I like talking to people, Sean. You know why? You know why? Because in my regular life, I don't really talk to people on the phone. So in our life here, our radio lives, 610-632-0975. That's the number, 610-632-0975 for the text line, for the voice memo, text line, Davis Honda, and the phone number. When is A.J. Brown being moved? What is your prediction? And do you believe it's going to be right away? And if you were Howie Roseman, would you say, I don't need to trade him right now. You're not giving me what I want there, New England? All right, let me go fish around. I'm not telling you I want that. I don't think it's going to be. Like, I just went back and I asked the guys. I want your prediction, Sean. Because we got to get it on the right. It's a get on the record Wednesday.
All right, I like that. Get on the record.
So, Negative Nate said it's going to be June 8th to Jacksonville for 2 first-round draft picks.
Wow, Jacksonville.
It sounds like a Flyers fan that's giving football predictions.
Yeah.
Honestly. I would say that's incorrect.
All right.
Trish is in there looking at me like, he said what?
Well, I'm thinking of the Brian Thomas Jr. implications. Like, is it just 2 draft picks, or is it like A.J. Brown, Brian Thomas?
Right, you get a player and
right.
I mean, listen, maybe. I don't know if there's other teams that are going to get involved. I'm not telling you it's not impossible. It certainly is. That seems like a lot. Dutz says a first conditional fourth, and it happens on June 6th.
I like where he's at.
And what is your inkling?
I'm going heavy here. I'm going heavier. I am going to come down on the tables of justice in our favor. I'm going to go a first and a third, both for next year, and it all goes down on Tuesday, June 2nd. So June 1 is a Monday. Everybody freaks out. You know, the phone lines are calling. Boom. New England says, we're not playing that game, Howie. Let's get it done. June 2nd.
So you say a first and
a third for 2028.
Because there's a lot of there's not a lot, but some people, including real insiders, are saying they get a 2028 first, but then maybe they get a fourth in 2027, but then the Eagles give up a third in 2028, right? Like, in other words, the net is less than a first-round draft pick with the other stuff that's maybe if there's a player that's involved or something like that. I just find it very hard to believe that Howie Roseman is, even if he gets the shiny first-round draft pick, which is what he needs to get, otherwise he looks like he failed, is he really going to take less than a first-round draft pick to trade A.J. Brown, or is he going to lean on the Patriots and say, no, I'm not doing that? If that's the case, and I'm the Patriots, I don't give him what he wants right away. I say, okay, now you're risking losing the player. You're risking paying more if another team gets involved. With the Eagles, you're risking the Patriots say, I'm out. But what's the bigger risk? Because the Eagles still need to trade him. So I think it's more of a risk for the Patriots than the Eagles.
They do have an extra. The Patriots do have an extra 5th round pick in 2027. So that could be something to keep your eye on. They have an extra one from the Chicago Bears for 2027. And 2028, they only have 6 picks, nothing added, nothing. Actually, so they did do something here. They have their own selections through 1 through 6. They do not currently possess a 7th round pick in 2028. The Patriots traded the original 2028 7th round pick to the Saints in exchange for the 2027 6th round selection. So they're already working on those 2 seasons, obviously. However, I would think that this comes back to Howie Roseman. This is my price. If you do not meet it, I am going to open the phone lines. And now there are teams out there, like the Kansas City Chiefs, like the Jacksonville Jaguars, that have already been in contact, and I know what they're offering. So it's up to you, Mr. Patriot.
He needs to come in for a physical if he already didn't have one, right?
Yeah, that's pretty important.
He's got a bad knee.
It's pretty important.
Well, that's another thing. Think back to the Max Crosby trade.
Correct.
If you're the Patriots, of course you want to look at his knee. You know that there's some type of an issue, but don't you want your doctors to take a look unless they've already seen him? So that's going to take a little bit of time. So here's my official prediction. June 9th, Tuesday, June 9th, because if I'm the Patriots, I don't want to do it on a Friday.
Yep.
I want to do it on a Tuesday. So now you have the entire week to where we got A.J. Brown. The fans are happy. There's a nice shine. It takes off the Vrabel stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever. So that's why I would say the 9th. I do think it's going to take a little bit of time.
Okay.
And the Patriots would be wise to realize that, hey, yeah, you can play super duper hardball and say no. You know what Howie's going to do? Talk somebody into getting interested. You risk losing the player, and I don't know if a fourth-round draft pick is worth losing the player. He's not to me.
No, definitely not to me either. And like I said, now with all these teams entering back into the mix, OTAs, of course, training camp right around the corner, people are going to be getting dinged up. You're going to see some hammies pulled. You know what time it is. I just think the more that you keep that door open, there's going to be a team that we're not talking about that all of a sudden says, you know what? We can get A.J. Brown. We're missing a little bit of a piece on the outside. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can go ahead and get in the mix there. So I think the Patriots are now playing with, their food just a little bit. Hey, he wants to play there. You've been the team all along. The insiders have been saying it's you all along. Let's make it happen. June 2nd, lock it in. It's a Tuesday. It gives you all the time to build them up, the physical. You can have the press conference by Thursday if you want, and not doing it on a Friday. Which I think you're right. You don't want to do this on a Friday. No. You want to throw your people a piece of meat.
Especially after Memorial Day. Although, they'll still be juiced up the next week. Ultimately, if they're able to plan it out, I guess they could do it. Or they could just announce it. Trish, I need your official prediction. Where is he going? When's it happening? And what's the booty? What do they get back?
I was actually agreeing with Sean pretty much what he said because I do think he's going to the Patriots. I think the saga of everything, the Eagles are just done with it, ready to move on. So, yeah, first, what'd Sean say? First and a third.
First and a third, which might be a little hefty.
Yeah, I could see it being a fourth. That was what I was going to switch. That it's a first and a fourth.
Also, there's a lot of talk about 2028. So I feel like that's in the atmosphere for a reason.
I'd be shocked if they didn't get a 2028.
Yeah, there's something in 2028 that's so the first round pick's coming from 2028.
Yeah. Word's gotten around that it's a 2028. That the Eagles are fine with that.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe I might need to change just a little bit.
But no, like 27, 28, whatever. They're getting a first round draft pick. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm not going to hold you to. Well, you say 2027.
June 2nd, more important than anything.
As long as you don't say 2026, because that draft already happened.
Can't do that. Yeah,
can't do that.
That's over.
All right. Here's Adam Schefter this morning with the guys talking about when the trade happens.
Honestly, don't know when it's going to happen next week. I just don't know. I really don't know right now. So we'll find out. But at this present moment, I cannot tell you whether it's going to happen Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, morning, afternoon, night. But I would just expect it to be sooner rather than later, whatever that is.
Oh, wait. So is the golf trip potentially in trouble here?
No, I'm not worried about it.
There you go.
I don't know.
So, Sean, it could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, morning, afternoon, evening. It could be. I don't know.
Man, I love this. It is going down. We know that. That is for sure. Like I said, it comes back to the fact that you're not going to be bringing in all these receivers. Wicks. His first name again?
Datavius?
Yeah, no, Datavian. Right? Datavian Wicks. That's it. Sorry about that. Never asked a question on the edge.
Mini camps today. Brandon Lee Galton joins us at 11 o'clock, so he can tell us.
You got Lemon. You got so many receivers that they have brought in this offseason. It is 100% pointing to the fact that there will be life without A.J. Brown this year. We'll see when it takes place, hopefully sooner than later. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think we're going weeks, but to me, unless if they really had the deal consummated already, and it was just kind of like a wink, and they just have to kind of dot the I's and cross the T's. Yeah, it'll be the second. They won't do it on the first. They'll wait till the second to make it look like they didn't have an agreement. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't know if there's other teams. Howie's not waiting till the first to talk to other teams.
No.
So the minute that Rice got sent to jail for 30 days, that he probably picked up the phone and said, "Hey, Brett Veach, what's going on, man?"
Dude's currently in jail right now.
He's currently incarcerated. He's their best wide receiver.
Think he's listening to Kansas City Sports Talk Radio?
Probably not. I don't know if they get the app.
They get the transmitters in there, right? You can listen.
You get a phone?
I don't think you get a phone.
But he's in Texas. I don't think he's in, because that's where he did the crime.
Yeah. All right, then never mind then. Yeah, because, you get the transistor radios.
Correct.
You know, the things that hook onto your wrist, too. They come with a little bracelet, boom. Psh. I've seen it before. I watched a lot of, those shows.
You can get a radio on your wrist?
Well, yeah, it's the size of a phone, right?
Okay.
And they're little guys. They're the size of a phone when you're just holding it in the palm of your hand. Yeah, and it comes with a little strap on the thing that come with like a wristlet, so you don't lose it. You
can have it on your hand and go around. Because if I was incarcerated, I'd listen to the radio all the time.
I would definitely listen to music as much as possible.
Oh, no, between mental hospitals and people in prison, there's a lot of sports radio listeners in there. They used to send me letters.
Yeah, I got one letter. There was a guy that wrote letters for the last 6 years.
Yep. Trenton?
It was all fun and games until you saw what he went to jail for.
Oh, you actually see, I never looked it up.
Yeah, that kind of takes the fun out of it.
But the guy that sent me one here, I think was the same guy that did it before. He told me he wasn't sure if the show was going to succeed.
Oh.
I still have the letter. I was shocked. I thought he was going to congratulate me, and I finally read it after a couple months, and he said he didn't know if my audience would follow me.
That is hysterical.
Bill Calarulo checks in. June 9th is mandatory minicamp. Trade has to happen before then, I would believe. Not if the Eagles say you don't have to report. I mean, if it was nice and clean, if this is going to be clean, yeah, you would want him in minicamp June 9th.
Yeah.
It makes it cleaner. It doesn't mean like AJ. They're not going to fine AJ Brown if they're telling him to stay away.
My mom's getting knee surgery, a knee replacement on June 9th.
So that'd be a bad day for her.
Yeah, that's a bad.
She couldn't call in.
I might have to use a day on June 9th, so just so you know.
That's a pretty big surgery.
Oh man, this old lady, she got a new hip a couple years ago. Now she's getting a knee. Yeah, man. I don't know. I guess pain is pain, and so it's easy for me to sit here and say that I'm not in pain. So if you're in pain, you're going to get this surgery done. But let me tell you, when I'm 75, I don't think I'm going underneath the knife for anything. All right? My time's coming.
Just be in pain the rest of your life and then just die a slow death.
I don't. That's the thing.
Sounds like fun, Trish.
But no, that's my point. Pain is pain, and I don't know what she's going through. I don't know what somebody else's pain is. I have a bad back, right? Like everybody has a bad back. Who doesn't have a bad back?
Me.
Does your back never hurt? Your back never hurts.
No.
Man, that's a good life.
Yeah, I used to have back pain.
Wow.
For years.
Nothing lower.
I used to have to sleep. I used to have to sleep on the ground on my belly.
Wow. Yeah, that's a bad back.
Yeah, because when I would lay, it would get really, really cranky when I would lay down in the bed.
Yeah.
Years, not for years.
Dude, I like when I pick things up, I am such an old man. I'm like,
well, you got to use your legs.
Yeah, well, I do. I'm down. Down with my legs. Pain is pain, though. That's my point. I'm not here to second guess anybody's pain.
All right, well, that's good.
I just want you to be happy and healthy.
So Nick Sirianni's going to, and we'll carry it live at 11:40. I was thinking about this morning, right? And I actually didn't fix it yet. I guess I could do it right now on the air. So you're a Jalen Hurts guy.
Oh, yeah.
And how do we know you're a Jalen Hurts guy?
It's in my bio.
Correct.
Yeah,
Which makes it official.
All you got to do is go to either one of my social media accounts. You can see it. Jalen guy.
I'm thinking about adding Nick Sirianni guy to my bio.
Ooh, whoa, really?
Yeah, you know why?
Dog mentality.
And I'll have Jalen's back. But when we're talking about the disrespect, at least people, Jalen's disrespected a lot too. But people honestly don't think Sirianni does anything. And he's just Mr. Carlson at WKRP in Cincinnati. Do you know the reference?
I didn't, but I do, if that makes sense. I know of the show. Mr. Carlson, I guess, is the program director that just lets...
No, he's the general sales manager, but his mom owns the radio station, and he's completely clueless.
Gotcha, okay.
So that's what people think about Nick Sirianni. I mean, we have drops on our board that, makes him...
I'm the smartest coach in the world.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
But, there's something to what he does. And when you look ahead to this year and the Eagles, they have a new offense. They have a new offensive coordinator. They have Jalen Hurts. I'm not going to say at a crossroads, but it's a very important year for him as far as where he goes. And does he pick up this new offense? Does he improve? Does he evolve as a passer? I mean, it's a real thing. And the one thing that Nick has really, really done well, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, the fact that A.J. Brown was demanding trades last year during the season, according to everybody, and it never got out, and Nick was able to manage that situation. I mean, that's how teams blow up. Your star receivers requesting to be traded, and he's on social media every week. Nick has done a really good job of navigating those waters. When you think about it, you got a lot of young, rich athletes that have had success, there's big egos involved in that.
Oh, yeah.
There's big egos from your GM. There's big egos from Jalen Carter. Just look at the players on defense. You got Cooper that's out there all over the place. He's at this place. He's that. Yeah, he's the toast of the town. You got to worry about that. You have Jalen Hurts, who's grumpy. You have Saquon Barkley, who's one of the best running backs, and he's got an ego. You have A.J. Brown. You have Devontae Smith. You have that offensive line. That's not easy. And the fact that Nick Sirianni, 5 for 5 going to the playoffs, I'm telling you, he may not be. And John Kincade, when they were going back and forth, John Kincade was criticizing Sirianni, saying, well, he was brought in as an offensive guru, and he's not an offensive guru. He was not brought in as an offensive guru. He was not brought in for his offense. He was brought in because they really didn't have anybody else. They were looking for a coach, and they interviewed Nick Sirianni, and he impressed them in the interview. And Howie Roseman's not looking for a guy to come in and take his job. Jeffrey Lurie's looking for a guy with emotional intelligence that really can relate to the younger player. And for whatever reason, they said this is the guy. And they hired him. And he has done a really, really good job. So you know what, Sean? Sirianni going in the bio.
Oh, you're a Nick Sirianni guy. All right.
Are you in? No, I don't know. You can't be in them both.
No, I'm a Jalen guy. Yeah, I can't be in on Sirianni if I'm a Jalen guy. I'm just trying to pick up as far as whether or not, his offense had to be part of the deal, though, right? He was the OC in Indianapolis.
He didn't call plays, though.
But I think more so hey, they knew what they were getting because he was under Frank Reich, correct? So Reich was here, Reich is out in Indy. Nick Sirianni is with him. It's his plays, or it's Frank's Reich's plays. Sirianni has that type of flavor coming in here. I'm with you. All in all, when you're the head coach, it's how do you work with the personalities, the mega egos that you have to deal with on a day-to-day. That's got to be at the top of the list. You're absolutely right.
So when he came in, I want to look for the game. After the Raiders game, he lost. I think that's when they took the play calling from him.
In Indianapolis or in here?
Here.
That was the game I lost.
That first year.
I lost it after that game.
So they pulled the play calling duties after 7 games. Sean McVay, you bring in for the offense. Andy Reid, you bring in for the offense. That's their offense, their offensive minds. Sean Mannion was brought in for his offense. He's a play caller. Nick Sirianni never called plays. So while he was an offensive coordinator, he wasn't an offensive guru. Sure, he came in and it was his offense and he was calling plays. How long did that last? And then you think about it. Rather than give Nick Sirianni play calling duties, Brian Johnson got it.
Yeah.
Rather than give Nick Sirianni play calling duties, Kellen Moore got it. They win the Super Bowl. Nick Sirianni still doesn't get play calling duties. In fact, by this time, he's saying he doesn't want them because he has so many other responsibilities. So I don't want to hear the whole thing about Nick Sirianni. Well, he doesn't call plays. What's he really doing? You know what he's really doing. He's keeping the team together. He's managing the team. Think about it like this. Think about him as a baseball manager. What did Charlie Manuel do? What did Rob Thompson do? Right? Everybody can ask the question, what did Charlie Manuel really do? If he doesn't have the great talent, he doesn't win.
Yep.
Of course. But what coach or manager wins without great talent? It's about taking those players and having an atmosphere that works and managing your team and the game well. Nick Sirianni's great at challenges. He's great at clock management. He's great at all those things. Yep. It's in the bio now. It's officially changed.
Look, I'm not here to tell people they should not be a Sirianni guy. Yeah, you should have it in the bio. For crying out loud, this is one of the most dominant eras in franchise history. 5 straight postseason appearances, multiple division titles, a couple conference titles, and, oh, by the way, that Super Bowl championship, right? This dude is awesome. I'm with you. I just would like a little more at times. That's all.
You know how long this will last for me. I'll be screaming and yelling about
just a little more at times. And look, Charlie Manuel was here for a long time because what? They won. Rob Thompson was able to turn it around. They were winning. It's all great when you're winning. What happens when you struggle and you miss the playoffs or you make the playoffs, exactly, or you make the playoffs in back-to-back years and you lose as a favorite at home in a wild card matchup? Then what are we talking about? We have some issues then. But right now, Nick Sirianni's a stud. He's a stud. And Rodney McLeod, when he was in studio, I said this story last week, 2 weeks ago, he joined Bill and Rick.
Yeah.
And he talked about he knew that Nick Sirianni was going to be a champion of a coach. He knew it. He loved playing for him. He went in when he had that opportunity to speak about playing under Sirianni. I thought it was a great question, great hit. Still on our website at 97.5 The Fanatic. Check it out for yourself. And look, Rodney McLeod doesn't need to come in here and kiss any ass. He's just speaking from the honesty. And I thought it was really interesting to hear his perspective. That and the fact he talked about going up against Jalen Hurts on the defensive side of the ball and playing with them. Really good insight from Rodney McLeod. And he loved playing for Sirianni. And he said
the guys love him.
He said he knew he would be a championship coach.
The guys love him.
I didn't know that.
After that first press conference?
And I didn't even care. Like, I laughed about it, but I said, obviously, they like something with him.
But they read that. I was working with BG at the time.
It was
the
that
Brandon Graham
Vegas,
show.
that Vegas game I lost my mind.
But it was the are we watering and are we fertilizing? He got mocked and ripped after saying that, and it rallied the team around him.
Oh, yeah.
They felt like it was unfair what they were saying because they understood what he was saying. And BG even said, like, were there guys that were maybe rolling their eyes, like, not in a bad way, because they understood the message. The message was, hey, we're doing the work right now. It's going to pay off. You just got to stay with it. And it has, right? All right, so let's
he's a player's coach.
The guys love him.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Yep.
But he's also not easy on them. He's a maniac.
Really?
Yeah, he's yelling and screaming at Jalen on the field. Sometimes he's a little bit too much.
AJ?
Yeah.
No wonder why Nick didn't get an invite to the wedding.
Yeah, that's my first question for Nick. How come you weren't invited to the wedding? All right, so let's do this. You know the phone number for everything. Davis Honda text line, voice memos. Is it unfair the way that Nick Sirianni is treated as far as how we treat him? We know how we treat Nick Sirianni. 610-632-0975. Coming up next, Chris Sims is at it again.
Oh, here we go. It's that time of year,
The
John.
quarterback rankings. Where does he rank Jalen Hurts? Where is it fair to rank Jalen Hurts? We'll break that down coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
The
Oh, yeah. Brandon Lee Gouton will not be joining us via Zoom because he is parking at NovaCare because minicamp starts today. Nick Sirianni's going to speak at 11:40. We'll carry it for you. So, so BLG is going to join us at 11 o'clock. His thoughts on what Sirianni's going to say and his official prediction of what he thinks happens. When it happens, when it goes down, where they're going to, where AJ's getting traded to. I mean, I still see in replies on social media that he's not getting traded.
Oh,
There's still a couple hangers.
Very few. There's a lot of people. You know, Devin Caney was on the show with me. Sean
how'd that go?
It was great. She was the same way. She's like, I was holding out the fact that that AJ was not getting traded. I'm like, now? She's like, yeah, I was wrong. Sean Bernard. Everybody's coming over, right? Like,
well, it's youth.
Yeah, exactly.
Bernard's youth. We had because wasn't Dutz at one point being like, no, he's not getting traded.
Correct. Dutz. Yeah, all of them.
I don't know about Trish because she's a seasoned professional, even though she's a youngster.
I think Trish was even on the he's not getting traded train. Were you?
Oh, AJ at first.
Yeah.
But then once everything else happened, it wasn't. Once you hear like 5 reporters be like, yeah, he's probably going to get traded out.
Is that the line for you? You need 5 insiders to come out? Okay.
Yeah, 1 or 2 isn't enough for me.
Okay, so
I don't know.
I just go off a Schefter. That's it. If Adam says it, I'm in. No, I can't. I look, at the end of the day, I think we learned a lot from just AJ himself, what was not being said. You knew that there were some issues with that, right? And, the insiders are the insiders. I think I came around more to the fact that the Patriots were the only team in the conversation due to the insiders, which was frustrating because I refuse to believe that that's the correct way of looking at it. But here we are, how many months into this saga, and it's the same situation, same old song and dance. There's only one team. picking up the phone. It's the New England Patriots.
That's it.
For right now.
For now.
Yeah.
For now.
Again, let these teams go to OTAs, Howie. Give it a month. Give it a month. What do we got to lose? Anything can happen. The Rams could Puka Nacua could get locked up.
Maybe he will.
He's crazy. All right? Give me a Chicago Bears. A Chicago Bears receiver could go down, right? Teams that are in competition to win something big this year need a guy like A.J. Brown.
So if, to your point, if the Chiefs in minicamp right now, I know yesterday you said 10 or 11 teams are in minicamp, but they'll have one.
They're all
right.
all in.
So if they do it and they're like, man, our wide receivers aren't very good.
Yep.
Maybe we should consider. You never know. To your point, you never know. I think you would have an idea if that's a possibility of happening.
Sure.
We'll see how it actually plays out. All right, so on to Chris Sims. Shocking that he does not have Jalen Hurts ranked very high on his quarterback list. So just for the context, he was 10th last year. And he releases these in dribs and drabs.
Okay.
So he doesn't do them all at once. So, and I don't have the list in front of me because I think it's a video and then people write about it.
He hasn't revealed, from what I understand, under 21. So he's only gotten to 21, if I'm not mistaken.
So 20 is where he went.
He's dragging it.
C.J. Stroud is 20th. Malik Willis is – where was Malik Willis? Was it ahead of – so here's the bottom line. Jalen Hurts is ranked 21st in his quarterback list.
All right.
21 was C.J. Stroud, former – so maybe it does stop at 21. I'm sorry, because maybe last year he was 20th. But, yeah, 21st. 21st. So on your thoughts, Jalen Hurts, the 21st. So I know the exact criteria is something that he'll talk about.
All right.
But if we're just going heading into the season, your top quarterbacks, where's Jalen Hurts?
I'm comfortable saying he is on the outside of top 10. I'm comfortable saying that he's 10. I could get down with 9. I can make him in the top 10. If you made me give you let's just put it this way. There are 4 guys that I have automatically better than Jalen Hurts. And it's the same old song and dance. It's Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. That's it. Those are the 4. That's the names. Now, Mahomes is dinged up. He's dealing with an injury. We'll see what happens there, but I think that, the intangibles will still be there for Mahomes.
So here's what we have. Malik Willis is 19. C.J. Stroud is 20. Jalen Hurts is 21. I don't have any other.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is 26th.
That's how far he's gotten. So he's a slow drip.
So the fact that he puts Malik Willis ahead of Jalen Hurts is embarrassing, and the list shouldn't even be looked at.
I can get down with that. That's fine.
You're going to put Malik Willis at 19. Now, if he's projecting the 2026, which is probably his out, okay, if you want to play that game and put Malik Willis being a better quarterback this year
with the Dolphins,
and he's been doing this nonsense. He's been doing this nonsense for years. So he knows what he's doing. He knows he uses Jalen Hurts, and he gets a lot of attention for it. He gets a lot of interaction, and engagement, and everything else. So screw him. But like really, where would he rank? Because this is what we're going to get into now. We're going to have the lists.
Yes, we are that time of year.
List year.
Malik Willis played 4 games last year.
Yeah, like, come on, what are we doing?
He's played 22 total games in 4 seasons. So he was atrocious with the Titans.
That would be a major projection if you are projecting to the season. Now, who was the stiff that got drafted in Minnesota, like a 3rd-round draft pick? He had him ranked ahead of Jalen Hurts at one point, because that would be a projection. Wow. I don't think he's in the league anymore. But yeah, so like his projections suck. But I mean, C.J. Stroud at 20, like did C.J. Stroud play poorly enough last year to where he should be down there? Like, all right, at least he's consistent with Jalen Hurts and C.J. Stroud. But really what you're saying is that over half of the league is better than you at quarterback. So let me ask you this, Sean. We're going to go through.
Okay.
And I know you're a Jalen guy, but
I am.
But we have you on the truth serum, so you got to tell the truth.
All right.
Going into 2026, would you rather have this quarterback than Jalen Hurts?
I like this exercise.
All right, and we will keep it. We'll keep track of it. Drake May,
Jalen Hurts,
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. That's easy. Josh Allen's a stud.
Malik Willis.
Jalen Hurts.
Who's the Jets quarterback? We'll move on. Aaron Rodgers.
Jalen Hurts. Lamar's tough, man. You can't deny what he brings to the table. He is so special. Give me Lamar. Yeah, give me Lamar.
These are regular season games. You're taking Lamar, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard not to say Lamar, but then when I press you on it, you know what he looks like in the playoffs,
I know,
man.
but I was just thinking
And
about.
I know what Jalen looks like in the regular season.
Didn't he do enough to win that game against the Steelers to make the playoffs? They were atrocious.
Lamar's very fair.
Yeah, Lamar.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. He slings it.
Trevor Lawrence. I'm not going to mention the teams there.
Man, Trevor is. I love Trevor. I do, but I'm still taking Jalen.
Big game quarterback Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
No, he's not. Stroud, no. Daniel Jones, no. Cam Ward. Dak.
I'm still taking Jalen. And I know that there's some numbers to back up Dak, and I get it.
What would Dak look like in this organization on this team?
That's a fair question. It's a fair question.
And what would he do in big games, though?
So
Would he come up small?
That's another fair question. See, I think that
Would he be able to handle our media and our fans?
that's a good question
And our
too,
talk
as well.
radio.
Yeah, look, all of this is thrown into the equation because that's what I'm saying, right? Like we are a tough media town.
And he's ace dealing with our nonsense. Jalen.
Oh yeah,
Hasn't affected him at all. In fact, his biggest years have been when he has been criticized the most.
Oh yeah. Keeping the main thing. I'm still taking Jalen. Still taking Jalen over Dak.
Jay Daniels
Still taking Jalen.
can't stay healthy. Jackson Dart,
Still taking Jalen.
Caleb Williams.
Man, Caleb is special.
He looked really good last year. He proved me wrong last year.
I think the Chicago Bears are representing the NFC in the Super Bowl this year, if it's not the Eagles.
Ray's guy, Jordan Love. So I'm going to say yes to Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I think I am too as well.
Jordan Love,
No, I'm still going Jalen.
Goff.
Still going Jalen.
Trying to see who else I would even consider. Stafford next year.
Oh man, Stafford.
Hard to say no.
Yeah, he's got 1 year left in the tank. Give me Jalen.
So I think that's 4 quarterbacks.
Yeah,
So he's a top 5 quarterback.
I'm in my bio, man. It's not in there for nothing. No, because I said who was the one that? Oh, Caleb. Caleb's your 5, so 6. I can make the case. And again,
But right there.
if you told me you don't have Jalen in the top 10, he's 11, I'm not going to argue with you and tell you you're an idiot. No, he is in that world of 6 to 11. Is that fair?
And projecting this year, because we believe that's what Sims is doing. If
Yeah.
you're projecting this year,
And he had a bad season last year.
he did.
He did, point blank in the story.
All right, we'll ask Brandon Lee Galton these same questions. And about A.J. Brown, Nick Sirianni, how's it handled? What's his prediction on when it happens? And more. That's coming up next. Middays of Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Another win. I am Patricia Caputo with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies defeated the Padres Tuesday night 4-3. Bryce Harper and Trey Turner each hit home runs to help secure the win. Aaron Nola threw for 5 strikeouts in 6 innings. The Phils look for the sweep at 4:10 p.m. today. The Eagles began OTAs Monday. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are expected to speak to the media this afternoon. Adam Schefter joined the morning show and said it's a matter of when A.J. Brown will be traded, not if.
Honestly, don't know when it's going to happen next week. I just don't know. I really don't know right now. So we'll find out. But at this present moment, I cannot tell you whether it's going to happen Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday.
We'll keep you updated as OTAs for the team continues until June 4th. The Union are on an extended hiatus until July 22nd as the city of Philadelphia prepares for the World Cup to come to town starting June 14th. And OKC took a 3-2 lead over the Spurs Monday night. The winner of the game will face the Knicks in the finals. And the Golden Knights are headed to the NHL finals after sweeping the Avalanche. This update is brought to you by Firebird's Wood-Fired Grill. Stand up to childhood cancer June 5th through the 7th. Alex Scott was a 4-year-old child with cancer patient who decided to help find a cure for kids' cancers with a lemonade stand. Join Firebirds for Lemonade Days all June long to make an impact through Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation. I'm Patricia Caputo on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Say what? All right, we're back. It is Middays with Marks. Brandon Lee Gouton live from NovaCare in 1 second. But, Sean, tomorrow night, live from Chickies and Pete's in Marlton, New Jersey. It is our big end-of-season Flyers broadcast / celebration, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Again, Chickies and Pete's in Marlton, New Jersey. And we're having a Flyers jersey party. In addition to Flyers guests and surprises and everything else, a Flyers jersey party with Rally House gift cards, signed merch, and memorabilia for the best / worst jerseys. We'll have a contest.
I dig it.
We're going to vote it. Vote on it. Tomorrow night, John Kincade will be with me. Bill Colarulo will be with me. Again, Flyers special guests and surprises. And if you wear your Flyers jersey, everybody wear their Flyers jersey. That's what it's all about. Flyers jersey party.
I dig it.
And you could win enough Rally House gift cards to get a brand new jersey, a Porter Martone.
Oh.
All right. Tomorrow night, Chickies and Pete's, Marlton, New Jersey, brought to you by Bet Parks and Parks Casino and Chickies and Pete's in Marlton, New Jersey. Chickies and Pete's. There you go. Joining us right now, I believe he's in the parking lot of the, it's not the NovaCare complex anymore. What's it called? The Jeff?
Yeah, he's down there like eating lunch like Namdi Asamoah by himself probably.
He might be sitting in his car.
Yeah.
And he's too tall to have a sedan. He must have an SUV.
I think he's got an F-150.
He may have an F-150. Brandon Lee Gouton, the Bleeding Green Nation, joins us. What's up, BLG?
How's it going, guys? I did feel like Namdi, just sitting around here in my car.
That's something that's going to be with us forever, right? Like if you're out there by yourself, and it doesn't matter if you're BLG at an Eagles parking lot, you could be anybody. Like you could be a worker at the Acme, and you're sitting out in the parking lot by yourself eating, and you're like, man, I feel like Namdi Asamoah right now. It's something we'll always remember.
Yep.
Stupid.
All right, what kind of car do you have? You don't have a sedan, do you, BLG?
It is a sedan, yeah.
Really? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, well, good for you. I wish I had a sedan right now and not the gas guzzler that I'm driving. All right, so listen, Nick Sirianni speaking in about 35 minutes. Jalen Hurts is speaking after that. First of all, let's start with Sirianni. How does he handle the A.J. Brown questions? And is it just he's an Eagle with a smirk? He's not going to give you anything else. Everybody knows that he's being traded. Is that how you think it's handled?
Yeah, I have no reason to believe otherwise. That's the company line they've been trotting out, and since AJ is still technically on the roster, I think it's not going to change.
Now, Jalen Hurts, do you expect him to be asked? Do you expect him to be pressed? Because let's face it, the reason that most of us believe that he's being traded in large part is Jalen Hurts, either as a quarterback or as a teammate or whatever. Do you think that Jalen Hurts gets asked questions about AJ?
Well, absolutely, and he should. And I think Jalen will take the high road on that or not engage with it too much other than to say that, maybe these decisions are out of his hands. But I definitely think he's going to be asked about that.
Brandon, when do you think this goes down? We were talking about this to start the show. There's some thought that they get it done pretty quick, maybe not the first because they want to make it look neat, so they do it the second. I'm wondering if Howie takes a little bit of time here to try to get a little bit more from the Patriots. Maybe some other teams get involved. Where are you hearing and where do you think talks are right now with New England? And you expect this to happen in the first week, or could it drag out a little bit more?
Yeah, so I think it has to happen, actually after June 1st. That's the terminology, post-June 1st. So I don't think it would happen on June 1 officially for those cap ramifications to really be accounted for in terms of why the Eagles would wait a little bit, or wait a long time, really, to get this done as they have to this point. I still think it's going to be the Patriots. I don't really think anything else out there has really been legit, at least as of recent. I think it would be a major upset for A.J. Brown to be traded anywhere but the New England Patriots.
And the ultimate compensation, there's been a lot of talk out there of the Eagles get a 2028 first-round pick, but then they're given a third, and then they get a fourth. We know how the GMs do it these days. They move a lot of the other draft picks around. Is Howie comfortable with just getting the shining object, which is a first-round draft pick? Would you be surprised when it's all said and done, the net total is less than a first? Because if you get a first, but you're giving up a third and getting a fourth, where do you think compensation is going to end up?
Yeah, I do think it's going to be a 2028 first. I think that's probably just the most realistic in terms of, I think the Patriots are guarding against giving up a first this next year, knowing that, they might take a little bit of a step back coming from such a great season that they had this past year here. I think they're going to guard against that. And I also think Howie Roseman, unlike a lot of GMs in the NFL, both has the security and the stomach to take on a pick in years down the road. And the example I always bring up is they did this with Hassan Reddick 2 years ago. They traded him for a 2026 third-round pick because I think Howie's more worried or more concerned about getting whatever that price tag is than he is the year.
BLG do a great job, obviously at Bleeding Green. Now, I'm curious because, there's two parts. One, you get to watch the OTAs for the first time, so obviously there's a lot to grasp there. But if I asked you back over to Jalen Hurts in the press conference, if Jalen was to be honest, right, and he's not going to give you the Jalen coach speak, what's one thing that you would love to get the answer to? If there's a question that's maybe bothering you over the years or something that's fresh on your mind, if Jalen was to give you an honest answer, what would be that number one question?
That's a good question, Sean. I think it would have to do with just his role in the offense as a whole, and I think how much he thinks that has maybe at times not been the best thing. Because, look, I think it totally makes sense for the Eagles coaching staff to design an offense that has a lot of what Jalen Hurts likes and wants to do in it. You have to do that at some level. At the same time, it can't just be about that. There has to be the coaching staff challenging the player to get better and do things that might be not exactly what he wants to do. So I would like to get his – and I think that's what the Eagles are doing here with the Sean Mannion hire, is trying to get him a little bit out of his comfort zone.
Brandon Lee Galton, Bleeding Green Nation, ton of great content on there right now. Is it the Jeff? Is that what everybody calls it down there? Is that the insider term, BLG?
I have not said that. I've not heard that, but maybe that's what it'll become. I think everyone's just saying Novacare.
Yeah, I mean, I say it too. But it's like with the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Almost every time I'm saying the wrong name, and I have to think about it before I say it. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, there's a big difference though.
What?
Because we have to deal with sponsorships and new shows that will go down there. So we almost have to get that arena. They play games there. There's nothing there that's going to push us to get the Jeff right. Right? At the end of the day, there's going to be no shows down there. It's going to be the practice facility. It's always going to be Novacare. I don't know. Maybe I'm off on that.
Well, once they start paying me, I'll call up.
Yeah.
I'll call whatever they want me to call it. Yeah.
Exactly. You're exactly right.
It's just non-AJ Brown stuff when you're talking about mini camps. What's the biggest question that the Eagles have, or what if you're watching this, you're paying attention? What's the biggest thing you're looking for in this stage of where the Eagles are?
Well, it is AJ related in the sense of how are they replacing this guy? Because if you guys will recall, I've been steadfast in saying the Eagles are going to trade AJ Brown. I said there was a 0% chance he was going to be back, but I also said at the same time, I don't think that's a move that makes the Eagles better. I mean, they're losing an awesome player. And It seems like the Eagles know that in terms of I don't think they added anyone who they think is a one-for-one replacement for A.J. Brown as much as they're trying to replace him a little bit in the aggregate. And Mekhi Lemon has to be a big part of that. I mean, the Eagles traded up for him because they feel like he can help them now. He's not just a guy who has some potential and maybe in a couple of years he works out. No, they want him right now to be a volume contributor in this offense. And I feel like we need to see signs of that early on here in these OTAs and minicamp practices and carry over into training camp.
Vic Fangio had said when he spoke last week that he's like, they asked him about retirement. He's like, I do that every year. I'm doing it at least 2 more years. Is he really going to coach another 2 years? Are we good for 2 years without having to worry about Vic retiring?
I think he said that in part because he just doesn't want questions, all year about, or he doesn't want to, this to be like the Vic Fangio retirement tour framing. Right. I mean, he could change his mind if he wanted to. I don't think he will because I think he knows he's doing a good job, and he's just not in a rush to do that. But if circumstances change, that his decision could also change. So I think he said that in large part because he kind of he does not immediately planning to retire, and also because he just doesn't want to be asked about it.
Right, shuts down the questions. All right, we're getting to this time of year, BLG. You're a writer, you're a content creator, so you know this. We're going to start getting the lists, and we got the quarterback list from Chris Sims because I know everybody's waiting with bated breath to have Chris Sims rank the quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts 21st, and I guess this is he's projecting because Malik Willis is 19th. So. Where do you think it's fair to project and rank Jalen Hurts if you were doing a list for Bleeding Green Nation?
he's a tricky player to rank in terms of, the best performances are in the biggest games. And I think you have to weigh that. At the same time, the passing offense has been a problem at times and during his tenure, and certainly was last year. So it's not like, he's also just top, 5, no questions asked. I think you have to go above average, which, to me would be, at least above 16. Like, that seems like kind of what we're talking about here for what he has accomplished, for what reasonably he could do still. And also when you're putting players over him like Malik Willis, I mean, what are we doing? Like, I don't even like. I don't think Malik Willis is necessarily a bum, but he might be good. But there's just what are you basing that off of? There's just no track record.
Well, it's fake. I mean, and you can't take it seriously because he's been. Kellen Mond is the guy I was trying to talk about before. He had Kellen Mond ranked ahead of Jalen Hurts a couple years ago. Jalen Hurts 36th or something. That was after I think he went to the playoffs.
Who the hell is Kellen Mond?
Where was he drafted from? He was a third-round draft pick.
Right?
Yeah, Vikings draft pick. He was a third-round draft pick. He fell a little bit in the draft, but Chris Sims, because he's a quarterback guru, he had him as number one quarterback in the draft or something, which I think he's even out of the league. But anyway, well, BLG, we appreciate it, buddy, and good luck down there today, and we will be listening, and we'll be reading Bleeding Green Nation, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, take it easy, guys.
All right, there he is. Brandon Lee Galton.
Texas A&M. All right. Well,
yeah, A&M.
Third-round pick. Obviously don't remember Kellen Mond all that too well because his career was short-lived, to say the least.
Yeah, no, he couldn't play.
Played one game.
Right. Couldn't play. And
he was 2 of 3.
That's a higher completion percentage than Jalen Hurts.
For 5 yards. Not bad.
So we are going to carry Nick Sirianni, the press conference. And Trish, we should actually probably combine breaks, so we're going to have to do it for later on this hour. You don't have to worry about it right now. I'm just saying, thinking about it, because he's 11:40, and that's normally when we would be writing a break. So Nick Sirianni is going to speak. I do want to hear what he says about Jalen Hurts because he's going to be asked. The far more intriguing is Jalen Hurts being asked.
Yeah.
I want to hear him. AJ Brown. I want to hear him answer about AJ Brown.
Yeah, look, Jalen is the guy, right? Like that's the one guy that if we can sit down with anybody from the Nick Sirianni, I'm sure he's got some secrets. He knows where the bodies are buried. Sure, if you're not putting Big Dom out there, I'm gonna put Jalen number one. Like Jalen is the guy that I would love to just sit back and be like, Jalen,
what's the deal, brother?
Yeah, let's open up here, man. How disrespected are you? What really is going on in your brain when you have to deal with yet another offensive coordinator coming through? But, John, it's every year.
Yep.
Every year he's got a new OC.
Yep.
Where's that in the ranking, Chris Sims?
Every year he's got a new OC. Every year, even after he wins the Super Bowl locally, he's benching him. He can't play. Nationally, he's always talked about. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I understand it. Because when you watch the games, BLG had said it right there. Man, this passing offense sucks a lot of times. Like you can't dispute that. But like BLG had said, it is difficult to rank Jalen Hurts because would you really take Jalen Hurts over Lamar Jackson? You have to weigh the playoff stuff. And he does they won 11 games last year. They didn't win 7 games last year. They won 11 games last year.
Correct.
They won the Super Bowl the year before that. They're not doing that in spite of Jalen Hurts. There's something that he's doing that works. And it's outside of how good this roster is. Because their offensive line sucked last year. They couldn't run the ball last year. Their defense wasn't the number one defense in the NFL last year. But somehow they managed to win games. But it's so hard to tangibly push it and touch it and be like, all right, well, what is it? Anyway. All right. Can we play this? I'm a big deal now in Boston. We'll get to your call in a second, Greg.
You're a big deal in Boston.
Well, not really, but
okay.
I went on Toucher and Hardy up on Thursday.
Yeah.
Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
And we had the caller that called in that was angry that went back and listened to it and was yelling at me about it.
Yeah. You didn't have Jalen, my guy's back.
You didn't like it.
Apparently.
What I didn't know, because I didn't listen on Friday, I didn't get a chance to hear. Albert Breer goes on with the guys every Friday at 7 o'clock. I didn't get a chance to listen to it live, and so I didn't hear it until I was already home, and I was an expert up there. They were using they were talking about me a lot. They were like, John Marks was on it. He was saying this and he was saying that. Play me you don't need the long answer. Just here's what they're wondering and they're worried that I'm an agent for the Eagles.
Ooh.
And I'm trying to get rid of AJ Brown because I think he stinks and he's got injury history. Here's Hardy up on the show on Friday.
John Marks from the Fanatic and Philly on with us yesterday saying, yep, he's A.J. Brown, true number one receiver. Obviously, the Patriots need the help at receiver.
Yep.
And I pressed him on a little bit. I'm like, well, okay, he's number one on the Patriots. A lot of guys be number one on the Patriots. Is he number one? He said top 10 guy in the league. Has
Didn't say that.
Nothing but good things to say about him. The one thing he did, I guess, kind of admit is that, how many games would he actually play? Don't expect him there for all 17 was, the takeaway. But other than that, nothing to see here. He would give up whatever has been discussed. He would give up that and more if he were the Patriots in order to get A.J. Brown. Is he working for the Eagles, this John Marks? And are they trying to dump him because there's something else that's really going on?
I don't need to hear Breer.
I like that.
What's obvious is what
You can break it down, Trish. Yeah. Breer had more or less be like, yeah, like what he said, the knee is a concern, but he manages it very well. And,
Did Breer rip on you?
No. And Breer was, and then they asked him about Jalen Hurts because then they went back. They're like, John Marks said that everybody loves loves A.J. Brown and that Jalen Hurts. And then he told a story about Jalen Hurts, and he said one player told me that at first you thought Jalen was just stoic, but then you realize he's just an a-hole. His words, not mine. I didn't say that, but that's what he said that an Eagle player said to him.
Well, and I also would make the case that A.J. Brown is a top 10 receiver. He's right around
I
there.
said top 15.
Okay, definitely top 15. 100% top 15. Like, I can get 10, 11, 12, 9 if you want to go that far, too, as well.
I am not working as an agent of the Eagles, just for the record. And what I said, I believed everything, which was you badly need your best wide receiver. They don't come along easily. This dude's right there for you right now. He's not the same player he was a couple years ago, but that first year, he's going to give you 12, 13, 1,400 yards and double-digit touchdowns.
Game on.
Yeah.
Now, year 2, he'll be reading books on the sideline.
I can't guarantee it. And I said, don't expect him there for the next 10 years.
Yeah, probably having issues with Drake May some way, somehow. But the team is going to love him, and he'll be a captain, and you're just not going to have really in-depth answers on what exactly is taking place. But all in all, he's going to produce for you. Yeah, he's definitely a 10-ish receiver. I can make the case for him. Like Zay Flowers finished top 10. He's better than Zay Flowers. Cortland Sutton or A.J. Brown. I would take A.J. over Cortland Sutton.
For sure.
But there's a lot of receivers in the game, a lot more than quarterbacks. So that's why it's a little bit more difficult to pin down. But from the field fact perspective, yeah. A.J. Brown is clearly a top 10.
Well, you're also looking, and one of the points that I made was you're looking at his numbers from the last 2 years. That's not the numbers I would expect year one in New England.
Who's a better receiver right now, Devontae Smith or A.J. Brown?
I would still take A.J. Brown.
Okay, same.
A little bit.
Yeah.
By a little bit.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Devontae's a little bit, not fragile, but you know what I mean. You worry about him banging himself up a little bit.
Yeah. If you would have said Devontae, then I would have been like, okay, we got a little issue as far as top 10 is concerned. If you're going to put Smith over him. But if we're on the same page as far as him over Devontae Smith, he's a 10-ish receiver.
All right, ready? Jamar Chase.
No.
Puka, JSN,
Correct.
St. Brown,
Yep.
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee.
Yeah, I said CeeDee Lamb a couple years ago, and people were very angry, but that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, CeeDee still.
Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
Drake London.
Drake's really good.
Malik Neighbors is injured. I don't think you can even say that right now.
Can't. Yep.
Nico Collins.
Oh, man.
Think I go Nico?
Yeah, probably go Nico over AJ.
The knee's a real thing.
Yep.
And it doesn't mean that all it means is that it's not going to get better. And bigger receivers like that typically don't age as well
Yeah, you're right.
as other receivers. Deshaun Jackson was 36 and was still running a 4.3 and could catch anything. But bigger guys, Larry Fitzgerald turned himself into a slot receiver. That's not A.J. Brown. A.J.'s not a slot receiver. He can do a little bit of everything. But
Jalen Wilder or A.J. Brown?
A.J. Brown.
Yep.
No, that's easy.
Same.
A.J. Brown. That's easy. Pickens?
Ooh. A.J.
Yeah, just because he's a maniac.
Yeah, George Pickens really good, but I'm still
Rashee Rice?
A.J.
So I'm looking at the PPR wide receiver ranking, so I guess this is just fantasy.
Oh, you're getting me excited
Chase,
now.
Puka Nacua, JSN, St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Rashee Rice, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, Olave. Yeah, like taking Olave over A.J. Brown. All right, coming up, we'll take your phone call, 610-632-0975. Phillies win last night as we're trucking to Nick Sirianni coming up at 11:40. Don't go anywhere. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5. Talk about my hair for a second. Looking good. Got the freshie yesterday up at Razor Bar in Wayne. Thank you, Emily. That's what it is. It's what it is. You can trust other people for your hair. You can trust an algorithm. You can go on Facebook and be like, yeah, but look at this guy. He says this shampoo regrows his hair. No, 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 no. Not the case. Where you go matters, and there's nowhere else you should go than Morgenstern Hair Restoration. It's not just about surgery. It's not just about the hair transplant. Now, I had it. My results are amazing, but there are topical treatments, medications, non-invasive options that actually work. And it's the team I trusted with my hair for the last 15 years. That's the same team that's Morgenstern Hair Restoration, changing lives and hairlines for over 30 years. And right now, how about 3 locations across Pennsylvania? Bala Cynwyd, Wayne, and Lancaster. Again, where you go matters. So don't go to the algorithm. Go to the people that can get your hair back. You can get your hair back. And if we're talking about a hair transplant, I just want to put this out there. People don't have to know that you had it done. I have people in my life, professionally, personally, that have had this procedure done and didn't tell anybody. Took off work, told their immediate family, didn't tell anybody. Their hair looks great, and they don't know why. They didn't even notice it other than the hair looks good. 610-831-HAIR. 610-831-HAIR or morgensternhair.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
It's another win. I am Patricia Caputo with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies defeated the Padres 4-3 Tuesday night. Bryce Harper, Trey Turner each hit a home run to help secure the win. Aaron Nola threw for 5 strikeouts in 6 innings. Phils look to get the sweep against the Padres at 4:10 p.m. The Eagles began OTAs Monday. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are expected to speak to the media this afternoon. Nick Sirianni coming up at 11:55. Adam Schefter joined the morning show and discussed how different the offense could look this season.
You still have that talent, and you want to work it around the talent, so it might not be as drastic as it would be if there was a new head coach, a new offense coordinator, and a new quarterback. But in this particular case, you just have new thoughts, new ideas, new perspectives.
OTAs continue for the team until June 4th. The Union are on an extended hiatus until July 22nd as the city prepares for the World Cup to come to town starting June 14th. And in national news, OKC has now a 3-2 lead over the Spurs. The winner of the game will face the Knicks in the finals. The Golden Knights are headed to the NHL finals after sweeping the Avalanche. This update is brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has led inflammatory bowel disease and research and care for over 50 years. Learn more at crohnscolitisfoundation.org. I am Patricia Caputo on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Base dugout. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Back-to-back wins. Back-to-back saves. For Duran, and the Phillies have taken the first 2 games of this series. They win it by a final score of 4-3. Phillies fans are on their feet over.
Yep.
All right, there he was.
How about that?
John McCarthy. How about that? As Ray once said.
That's right. Yeah, our soundboard is down over there, Trish, but that's all right. Volume up. We need a little. How about that? Yeah, there you go. We need a little bit of that in our life. Let's go.
That.
Yeah, it's the only thing we're going to get from Ray.
Yeah, he's a little busy out there, John.
He's out in San Diego.
He
We'll
is.
put Petrilli on later on in the show. Phil's win last night.
Ooh, did they ever?
A couple home runs by the big guys. Trey Turner, they flipped and flopped the lineup. Trey Turner batting second. I'm glad to see that they tried to mix things up to get Trey going.
Yeah.
The Schwarb led off.
DJ Schwarbs.
Aaron Nola, very good. Gave you the 6 innings, 2 runs.
And it was a much-needed start by Aaron Nola, to say the least. But 6 innings, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts. Give it to me again, and again. Of course, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you're talking about 2 earned runs and six innings pitched. That's exactly what you would love from Aaron Nola. But, they were joking about it the day before, John. Like, Kruk and McCarthy were laughing because they were showing him, like, look at Nola. Does he look stressed out in the dugout? Like, they were having fun at his expense. But, everybody knows, including Aaron Nola, he has to be better. It's been awful.
Nope, he doesn't. He really hasn't been that awful. I mean, he hasn't been good, but
No.
if you look at his starts, he's had at least half his starts have been okay.
The last one, the one before. Let me go ahead and revisit.
Listen, man, I'm not telling you that Aaron Nola that he's worth the contract or I'm a fan or anything like that. If he can give you 5 innings and 4 runs, I'll take it every time.
He had the 6 earned runs is where you're like, hold up. The Pittsburgh game, awful. Atlanta, awful. But he had a great one against Miami where he gave up 0 and 5. He had an okay one in Colorado where he gave up 3 and 6. I can live with that. That's actually, am I okay to say good?
Of course, no, that's good. Which game you talking about?
Colorado. I can say last night was good. I can't say 3 runs and 4 2/3 against the Colorado Rockies.
It's not good. It's not good, but it's not terrible. No, of course it's not good.
It's okay. It's okay. You can live with that. Last night was good. We want more of the good.
5 innings, 4 runs. Obviously isn't good. I would take it. 6 innings, 2 runs is good. 6 innings, 6 run, not. 4 2/3, 3 runs. I would actually take it.
We got to come up with the glossary, the index on how we can define what's good. And you're right. Awful was a little strong. However, just need a little bit more of what we saw last night. And it was just so important for him to do that.
But I don't think it's strong because I think most people would say that Nola's been awful. But when you actually look at it, everybody, this is what he is.
Yeah, it's
all right. Like if he pitches to a 4 ERA, God bless him. That'd be great.
5.72.
He brought it down a little bit.
Coming down.
I bet the Phillies last night. I had OKC last night. It was a good night. So they're up, they're down, they lose a series, they win a series. The Padres aren't playing well right now. Their offense stinks. So so like the Phillies feel like they're getting them at a right time. You had your best starters going out there. Chris Sanchez goes today.
Mm-hmm.
Nola was good. Painter actually was pretty good. In his last start, Luzardo was good. So, like when the starting pitching they're doing well. Duran has been good as of late. The bullpen's been okay. Their offense has done enough. So, I mean, there's reasons to. And by the way, Nick Sirianni's coming up in about 5 minutes, Trish. So you just keep me updated when he jumps on. We're going to throw it right to Nick Sirianni. But yeah, like the Phillies have been good, so they keep kind of trucking along. This is where you have to take a little bit of a longer look instead of being like, oh, well, they're only a game out of 500. They need to keep winning series.
Yep,
that's what they need to do. They're going to the Dodgers.
It's gonna be tough,
and then they're going to back home to the Padres. Padres may be playing better ball, and they kick your ass when they come to Philly next week.
That's true too. Yeah, with Sanchez on the mound, you got to feel really good about the opportunity to break out the brooms, especially going up against Walker Buehler. But here we are once again, and minus 137 for Sanchez, plus 114 for Buehler. So it's not even exactly
not a big line.
Yeah, not a slam dunk. But Sanchez, of course, one of if not the best pitcher in baseball right now. Mizorowski's on a different level as far as Milwaukee is concerned, but he's up there. He's up there.
No, he is. No, he's in the same conversation. I don't. And so Mizorowski, you see how many pitches he threw at least 100 miles an hour his last start?
No. That's gonna help things out.
Guess how many times did he throw 100 miles an hour or more in his last start?
That's ridiculous. How many innings did he go?
Oh, I'd have to look it up. It's a valid question. Well, I'll give you the answer.
Go ahead.
57.
Jeez. Are you kidding me?
57.
How many innings did he go? Let's see. I'm going to look this up. Yeah, it was a 5-1 victory. He threw 57 pitches of at least 100 miles per hour. That is unbelievable.
He went 96 pitches. So of 96 pitches, he threw 57 over 100 miles an hour. And that's not all the dude has, by the way.
That's some Wimby stuff.
Man.
Right?
It's crazy. So Sanchez doesn't have that kind of stuff, but he's been dominating as much as the Miz has. So a lot of reasons to be happy about the Phillies. So just real fast, and this is probably I'm going to do a video. I'm hoping tonight for Philly baseball talk on YouTube for 97.5. Justin Crawford's really struggling right now.
Yeah.
And the ground ball rate, and I won't get into the weeds too much here. A lot of people worried that, yeah, he was doing very well in the minors, but he also hit a lot of ground balls. He wasn't elevating the ball. And when you do that in the majors, a lot of those balls are going to get fielded because you have better fielders. In the minors, you have guys that are playing second base that can't play second base at the major league level. So anyway, he's putting up historic ground ball rates. He hits a ground ball 62.9% of the time. Nobody else even does 60% in the majors right now. There's only been 7 players since 2016 that has ground ball rates above 60%. 7 in the last 10 years since 2016. So Crawford, he's a young player. Yep. He needs to adjust. He's still getting stronger because he's not striking out a lot, so he's not overmatched at the plate. But a lot of the worries that Phillies fans or people had towards Crawford with what he'd be at the big league level, you're kind of seeing right now. You know, like there's been adjustments made. He's hitting a lot of ground balls. So,
and it's one thing that we talked about would be a plus for this team is getting the ball on the ground and legging it out. It just hasn't happened. And he's going to struggle. We knew it. It's rookie season. But for the people that are saying, "Oh, he's not a starter in this league," like, hold up. Everybody just take a deep breath. We knew he was going to struggle. We knew that this was going to be a tough season. He came out and was on fire. Right, had that average up there. People were wondering, like, wow, maybe we undervalued him just a little bit. 162 is 162. Yeah, no, it has. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that he doesn't belong.
No.
As a starter in this league. I've heard people say that, and I'm just like, come on now.
He's 22 years old, right?
Got to relax a little bit on that one.
And by the way, Mundo Sosa in left field, is that really the best they can do? Is Mundo Sosa playing left field?
Yeah.
And I like Mundo Sosa. Really? I mean, Otto Kemp has pretty much played his way out of ever getting at bats. They have to put Sosa out there hoping to get a little pop. Yeah, I mean, my tail's tucked between my legs. Trish is in there laughing at me.
Yeah, we got some bad calls from time to time. It happens.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, it's definitely not over yet.
Not over yet.
It's not even June yet.
All right, Nick Sirianni, who Vito came in and said he's notoriously late, so don't expect him at 11:40. So he's on the clock right now.
But they have practice today, so that's why it's a little different.
Yeah, it's not he's doing the day after where he's doing a bunch of stuff and then he comes out. No, like they're on the practice field, so he's really kind of tight to when he's going to be up there. So we'll keep you updated.
The OTAs, baby, football season is here. You just talking about fantasy got my juices going.
First pick, what position? Are you still a running back guy?
Yeah. Well, first overall pick.
Well, if you had, would you typically go running back or wide receiver first?
It's a good question, and I think this year, because of my love affair with Gibbs, I'm going with him. No, I can get down with Chase. I can get down with a wide receiver going 1 overall, and I'm not here to argue, but. I enjoy having guys that I like watching, that guys I know I'll bet on too as well, even though Gibbs' number is ridiculous. But I enjoy having those type of guys. So, yeah, give me Gibbs number 1 overall.
Puka.
Yeah, he might end up in prison if he doesn't, Like, he is out of his...
He's a maniac.
He's crazy.
He's
he's crazy. And when you get in that world of the streamers, It's just I don't even know what those guys are talking about. Like, I fear when I have to talk to my kids 10, 15 years down the road, and there's going to be technology. I have no idea what they're talking about.
I was just talking to Jim Antez of our one of our sales executives this morning about the kids, and they don't know anything other than the phone. They've never lived without the phone. So it's always in their face, and they don't know social media. I mean, it's really like you look at studies and you look at psychological studies. It's dangerous, man. It really is. So now you're getting a new generation of people that's all they've ever known. And, and I'm not trying to be the old guy, the get off my lawn old guy.
No, but
still.
It's the reality of where we're at. You got guys like Kai Cenat, if I'm pronouncing his name, Speed, the Aiden Rosses. These dudes are freaks when it comes to numbers that they're putting up. And all they do is live on their stream. That's all they do is stream, like 16 hours a day.
So my kids watch this YouTube show. I don't even know what it is, but it's this dad and it's his kids. And it's innocent enough, but they're always running around doing this stuff. And you look at it, and it's like, it's produced. Obviously, it's produced. And they're getting millions of views for everything. And it's like, man, I am such an old dude.
Yeah.
You don't even realize how much of that content's out there and how much money they're making off all this.
And, by the way, the poisoning of the timeline when it's not even what's coming out of the streamer's mouth. It's what's happening. Think about our YouTube chat. All the nonsense that they spew. No, I kid.
Are they spewing?
I love them. No, I haven't checked them out in a little bit. But, at the end of the day, it's like, in that world, let's just bring it back over to the people that are getting 1 million+ views on these streams. Then you get these people that are checking in, and not everyone's trying to be on the up and up. So it's a dangerous little spot that you can't police from afar, obviously, with your kids. So I don't know, man. I don't have the answers. God bless to all the people that do have kids that are 12 and 16 and 14. I have a 1 and a 6-year-old, so I could pretty much shelter them and say, no. That eventually is going to be in. Like, I'm not going to be able to do that.
No iPads during the week. They do not get iPads during the week. And we had to start doing that.
Yeah.
And they're good. They're much better without the iPads. And then the weekend, all right, you can do, because they just want to play Roblox. My daughter,
which is a dangerous game if you read on it.
My daughter, my oldest, she would play Roblox 23 hours a day if you let her.
Wow.
My middle girl gets bored after a while, but she wants to make videos and text and do all that stuff.
Are you aware of that game?
Yeah.
Because, my guy Jason Finelli, he's like a diehard gaming type dude. Old school. Jason Finelli used to do stuff with Preston Steve. He had the N64 Eagles jersey. Remember him?
No.
All right. Anyways, that was with Vasilati's boy. Anyways, he just put out an article 2 weeks ago. It was like, do not allow your kids to play Roblox.
Really?
I trust Jason Finelli. I do. Now, I went and read it, and I read this, and it's more the same. Yeah, if you were one of these parents to say, here you go, and I'll see you in 12
Yeah, exactly.
hours.
Well, I'm not going to pay attention to what you're doing. We have filters on everything, but still, people can chat with you and all that other crap.
Yeah, it's a dangerous world,
and
man.
we monitor it.
Good for you.
All right. Well, and as Vito correctly predicted,
we're
Sirianni,
monitoring Nick Sirianni here.
What are we doing? See, this is why I don't want to do the press conferences.
Core values.
Because this is what we get.
We all fertilize.
Can we just do a Nick Sirianni press conference with his
Dog mentality.
Yes. So this is why we actually need Ray here.
Hey, Ray.
He's got the full catalog of Sirianni cuts.
All right.
Again, what do you really want to hear from Nick Sirianni? I guess I would like to hear a little bit more about him and Mannion putting it together.
He's not going to say anything. He's going to talk in circles, and typically why, other than the day after, I don't do it. Because when I started this shift, we were doing the coordinators. All the coordinators and Sirianni every time he spoke, and it's just like, yeah, I can't. Wait, what
I'm down on the Phillies.
Fangio at least is interesting. Patullo, outside of wanting to punch yourself in the face listening to them talk, he's not going to say a whole lot. I mean, really, Sirianni it's a gift that he has of just talking about nothing.
Is that a gift? Because
he's learned how to do it.
I guess.
He just talks in circles.
I don't even think he means to talk in circles. I just think he just talks.
He does.
He's just like, oh, yeah, all right, I killed 45 seconds there. Your question?
I like when he says, it's a good question. He compliments the question, and then he talks about it. And then by the end of his answer, you have no idea what the question was because you forgot.
Correct. Now, BLG said that to me. He goes, that was a good question, Sean. I'm curious, do you think people really mean when they say that's a good question? Or do you think that's giving them a second to actually, allow an answer to come into their head.
It depends on the person.
Yeah, you're right.
Because a lot of times when they're looking for like criminals, I watch enough of the crime shows where when you ask them a question, they'll repeat the question because they're trying to buy time to figure out what to say. I don't think that's what BLG was doing.
Where was I on when? Friday, you said? Oh, on Friday.
On Friday, I would have been with Nick Sirianni down at the Jeff lifting weights. You think Nick's bench pressing with the guys?
He is. He's got to get back into football shape. I'll just put it that way. He was out and about Memorial Day weekend. I saw him at
the shore?
The Icona.
Was he in Avalon?
He was in Avalon for a little bit. He was in Ocean City. He actually swung by Cape May. Apparently, this new thing popped up in Cape May.
I love that.
Yeah, dude.
He likes the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, he's the man. Nick's the man. He's a good dude.
In my bio.
It's just at the end of the day, like, I think I could have won a Super Bowl.
Oh.
I think I could have won a Super Bowl. I'm saying, all right? That was a really good team defensively, offensively, offensive line, Saquon Barkley. I got Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown on the same page. Life was good.
Life was good.
Jake Elliott was making kicks. Life was easy.
You worried about Jake going forward?
Of course, you have to be.
Yeah, you do.
But he's Jake Elliott, though.
He certainly is. Yeah. All right, we're waiting on Nick Sirianni. I was trying to save this for a little bit later. But
we all fertilize.
Yeah, I saw Ricky Bowe as a Knicks fan. Is that correct?
Oh no,
that was put out there by Dylan.
Yeah, he's gonna come in here kicking a door in.
Yeah, be careful what you.
Well,
say.
no, I'm gonna join him. He doesn't even know about my club. Sixers fans for the Knicks. I've been trying to. No one wants to join it. It seems like Ricky's going to be the one to do it. I don't know what I didn't hear this. I didn't hear the part of the show that they were busting his stones over it. I guess it was because he was raving about the team or he likes the team.
No, apparently there was an image created via AI.
But that was after he was right. That was after. All right, here's Nick Sirianni.
How about it? And if you've seen Jalen go through a lot of offensive coordinators, a lot of play callers, what have you noticed about how he handles that?
Yeah, again, I think Jalen, one thing that's really special about Jalen is just how consistent he is with his approach to getting better every single day, regardless of, if we're calling a concept one thing or we're calling a concept another thing, or who the play caller is, or who his quarterback coach is. Just consistency from Jalen with how he approaches a daily process, and I always admire that about him.
Nick, Nolan Smith was pulled over for speeding. Did you address that with him, and what's your overall message to the team?
Yeah, obviously, any conversation I have with any player will always stay private. With that being said, we address everything. We talk about everything. We talk when it's appropriate to talk about it with the individual. We talk about it with the individual. When it's appropriate to discuss it as a team, I'll choose to discuss it as a team. So yeah, it's important. Obviously, what's so important is that we learn from our mistakes, and we not only on the football field but in the in the community as well. And we try to get better from those things. And everything that we go through is a teachable moment on the field, off the field, and that's a big part of getting better. And so, like I said, everything we address, it's just a matter of how we do that. With our players, but that's why it's so important that you're in constant communication with your players, have good relationships with your players. Not that every conversation is going to be, hey, lovey-dovey, right? There's hard conversations, there's tough conversations, there's conversations where you laugh, there's conversations where you cry, there's conversations where you go through a process of that. So, yeah.
Sean mentioned sort of a blend of the offense, and you mentioned that with some of the things Jalen has done well. When you went through this with Kellen, do you lean on that when you went through it before?
Sure. Again, it's about the best situation that we can put the players of the Philadelphia Eagles in, and what is our scheme going to be as a Philadelphia Eagles. And I think that changes year in, year out, whether it's the same coordinator or you promote from within or if you go from the outside. And so we're always doing what we think we need to do to help our players put them in the best positions to succeed, to do what they do well. And Sean's done an awesome job thus far, and just really like the command that he has in front of the room, and the conviction that he has in front of the room, and the knowledge that he has in front of the room. And so, yeah, we'll see how that looks. We got a long time before we play. We got a lot of practices to go through before we play a game. This is about, you know, figuring out what we do well, what we can do well, and sharpening our tools that, you know, you can run any scheme you want, but if you can't block, if you can't catch, if you can't protect the football, it doesn't really matter. So all those things that aren't looked at as sexy, right, the dirty work stuff, that's what we're working on perfecting right now as we get to know some new terminology and some new things, the way the offense goes, and for that matter, some of the new things, you know. What I love about Coach Fangio is, like, Coach Fangio has continued to evolve his as a coordinator throughout his entire career, and the new things that he's doing. You know, it's never the same year in, year out. So that's what we're working on right now.
Nick, none of your O-linemen, your starting O-linemen, have ever had a different position coach than Stout. What have you seen from Chris Cooper as far as winning those guys over and kind of establishing himself?
Yeah, I don't think, again, it's not about the win over. It's about daily doing what your job is supposed to be, and that's the players doing that with Chris and to us as a coaching staff, and us as coaches doing that with them. You're constantly putting deposits in the bank by building trust by, you know, your knowledge, your conviction, daily work, and that's what we're working on right now. Is that. You know, and that's on both ends. Like, these guys have to build trust with him, and he's got to build trust with them. It's not a one-way street, and that never is. And so that's what we're working on right now. But I love the way Chris comes to work. I've been with the offensive line for the last 5 years. I love how they come to work and with an attempt to get better every single day. And then the same thing on Chris's part. Great knowledge for the game, great ability to connect with players. You know, great knowledge of the scheme of the different types of things that we're going to be doing, and then just great growth mindset to figure out things that he may has not done in the past. So that's what we're working on at this particular moment, and that's what's going on.
To follow up on Rube's question, like, how much of a learning process is it for, like, a lot of the offensive linemen, considering they've only had pretty much one way under Stoutland?
Yeah, again, there's a learning process for what's important, that regardless of carryover, regardless of everything, what's important that everyone needs to do at this time of year is start back at square one and build our habits again from square one. We do that with our fundamentals. We do that with our schemes. We do that with our core values. And so everybody is, and that's what we've tried to do throughout the 5 years. We don't, just because you've been together, the offense has been the same or the defense has been the same, that doesn't mean you just assume that everyone's at phase 4 of where they need to be. No, you start back at square one. You start back at the little minute details, because we all need reminded on that. Like, shoot, I'll be giving the similar messages all year, because it's the relentless approach of the things that you believe in that you need to do on a daily basis. And so that's where we're at right now, is everybody starting at square one, because that's kind of how we go about our off-season program.
Who's square one? I mean, Markel Bell, rookie coming in. What does he look like at this point? And I know you guys value the mentorship. You get a chance to be out there with guys like Wayne and Jordan. What does he look like so far?
Yeah, again, he's just going through the process. You know, again, we don't have pads on right yet. Obviously, a big part of the evaluation on offensive linemen, and for that matter, any position, it's football, right? You see how laser focused I was into that distraction? I mean, it happens all the time, right? So, you know, you're staying. So, but this is about performing our fundamentals. There's something I've talked a lot to the guys about. There's some of the things that are happening right now is like invisible progress. Like, you just have to keep going on little fundamental things, understanding that you might not see, you know, the proof of it quite yet. And that's sure as heck a statement for an offensive lineman who really has to go with the physicality of things that has to happen when they play. But it's about those little things, the mental portion of it. I think he's really sharp mentally of being able to pick things up. It seems like he's learning something new every day and, handles the volume that has been thrown at him in a very positive manner. And so, and you like the ability that he has to move and his obvious freakish size when he's out there. So he's had good drills and done really well in drills, has done really well in the classroom. And we look for him to continue to develop in that. But nobody's a finished product right now, as you guys know. I know you guys know that. Like, nobody's a finished product, and we're very early on in the stages of this. We're going to make mistakes out there at practice today as players. We're going to make mistakes out there as practice as coaches. But the mindset has to constantly be is like, okay, made a mistake today. You should be hungry for that and understand how much you can improve on every mistake that you make. And for that matter, every positive thing that you do. And so this is a long, long process that we're being diligent about every single day to continue to get better. I know it's like, oh, that's coach speak. And that's just really how we live and how we go about our business of just staying locked into the present.
What have you seen in the growing relationship between Sean and Jalen and your relationship with Sean as well?
Yeah. Again, it's a process, all right? It's a process in that, like, trust is built through, hardships together. Trust is built as you go through this with time spent together. Trust is built through daily showing up and doing what you're supposed to do, right? And so it takes time. Like I said, what I admire about Jalen is just one of the things I admire about Jalen is his commitment to get better every single day and his commitment to the process. And when you do that, you build that trust with people. And Sean's here at all hours of the day. I'm not sure I've beat Sean in here yet this year, and I'm not sure I've left earlier than him. Or I've always left earlier than him to this point. Like, he grinds and he does what he's supposed to do and works really hard at his craft. And so, like, you admire that, but that takes time and that's built. And so that's what we're working on right now. Again, all this is a process, I think. And I understand your guys' questions because, like, I haven't talked to you in a while. Let me ask some of these questions. And I guess my answer to most of them has been, well, it's a process. It's a process. It is. It's not, I'm not trying to give you guys just coach speak. It's just the way it is. But we talk about that trust a lot of how that's built. And those are really, the hardships, the time that you spend and consistently doing what you're supposed to do is what builds those things. So, and those guys don't, Sean and Jalen, what I admire about them is they don't miss a day on that. So whatever day we're on right now, 50, I don't think it's that high, but 30, whatever, that's how far along we are in the relationship, because I'm not sure that either of those guys have missed a day where they've, of doing what they're supposed to do because of who they are.
Has Devontae's attendance been any different this spring than previous years?
I'd have to look there. We've had, what I'm excited about of the attendance that we've had of the guys that have been here, and excited to work with the guys at this point of the season. And but I would have to go back, Jeff, and look at that. And but I know this about Devontae. Every day he's here, he's working his butt off.
Yeah, so we got to start working.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, there's AJ. There's Nick Sirianni not asked an AJ Brown question. Did I miss it? Because he's not going to say anything. This isn't a criticism of the media. I think they tried to get an AJ Brown question in there at the end, but someone went Devontae. I mean, did they just say, "Hey, don't ask about AJ"? They say off the record, like, "Hey, just don't ask." I don't know.
Did they not ask about AJ Brown?
I didn't hear it. I mean, the way Nick talks, a lot of times, if I'm not banging my head against the wall, I'm thinking about other things because he loses me. Trish, you're in the board. Did we get an AJ Brown question?
I don't believe so. Was there a wide receiver mentioned at the beginning?
No one came out and said AJ Brown's not here. We know the June 1st deadline is coming up. Do you expected him? He's still going to be an Eagle because he didn't give he's an Eagle right now.
Did not hear that.
So in other words, we just wasted everybody's time for really, like, we planned to do it at 11:40.
Well,
we had to skip a break. He didn't say anything.
He gave us a lot of good drops for me. There were a couple good drops.
A
lot of positive Sean stuff. Did you catch up on that? Yeah.
No.
Quote, Sean's done an awesome job. That'll be on the board. Quote, Sean's here all hours of the day. Yeah, that'll be on the board.
I don't know. It worked out for you.
I don't think I've beat Sean to work yet.
How about that?
I did hear that.
All going on the board. The greatest hits.
I have a history with Nick Sirianni press conferences where I need to be in a straitjacket to listen to them because they're so bad. And he gives thoughtful answers. This isn't even really hating Nick because I like Nick. But I can't take it. I wanted to get out of it. I wanted to get out.
Yeah.
But we were committed to doing it because if we would have then bailed and then they asked the freaking A.J. Brown question, could they just trade this guy?
We were pot committed.
You're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic, WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, broadcasting from our studio. How about that?
Core values.
He went core values. I heard that as well. I can't believe
invisible progress, John.
Last time I'm doing it with him.
Well, look.
Day after press conference is one thing. Last time I'm doing it with him.
Andy never gave us anything. Did Doug give us anything, too?
Yeah, but I wasn't doing an Andy Reid press conference at 11:40 on a freaking Wednesday.
Got to do a better job.
No, and guess what? We would have done it when Trott said that he wasn't reporting being franchised. We would have done it because he would have been asked the question. I don't want to criticize the writers, but who do they ask about? Some player I've never heard of, and it's like, oh, shut up. Asking about him. I know that's like who you're going to write about today, so that's why you're asking the question.
Got to have an angle.
Yeah, good for you that you're asking a question that you care about. Nobody else does. No, you can't even get him on the record? What are we doing? Did I miss it? Am I seriously, did I miss it? Was I just in outer space because I was so sick of listening to him talk?
I don't recall hearing anything on A.J. Brown. Nothing. Not even a mention of A.J. Brown.
All right. Blew the show up, had to skip breaks, everything else, so we could get Nick Sirianni saying nothing. Great.
Invisible progress.
All right. Well, I mean, at least that means we have a fun segment that's coming up right now. And it's the News and New with Trish. Hit it.
Drums, please.
Extended cut. Still coming at you.
I was laughing.
Summertime is
I was
here.
thinking about it last night, laughing out loud.
At least we could fill it in. Right? There it is.
With Ray Dunn. The News and Noon.
I still don't get that part.
The News and Noon. With Ray Dunn. The News and Noon. With Ray Dunn. Here it is. The News and Noon slightly transformed. Ray Dunn getting the people informed. Giving us the headline of local insanity of all these hot takes we hear every day. Reddick, Rivers, and Big Skip Bayless. If they say something, Ray's gonna tell us.
Every time.
The News and Noon with Ray Dunn. The News and Noon with Ray Dunn.
Can we just do a 10-minute breakdown of that?
Because
wait, it's still going.
I said that because of summertime, and in my mind I was going,
the News and Noon with Ray Dunn.
It was in the beginning part. And then that's what it hit me. I don't know. We got to rework. I got to get a new one in there.
I don't know if Ray's coming back to the News at Noon.
No.
Have we heard from him today?
I don't know if he's coming back to the East Coast.
Have we heard from him, period?
Again, he shut his notifications off.
Yeah, we'll have Petrilli on. He doesn't have to be a part of the show from San Diego. If he wants to be on vacation, leave me alone, then that's what we'll do. All right?
Jeez.
Are you kidding me with this guy? He becomes this big of a star, and now he can't even contribute to his show?
Jersey J checking in. You see that picture?
No.
AI. He's got a picture of Ray Dunn in the bed with two ladies, and yeah, Ray looking like he had a good time. Now it's AI, but
yeah,
still.
It's not really. No, Ray's face first in the couch.
Drooling.
His own couch, drooling on a pillow. All right, so what do we got?
Okay, well, John, it could always be worse if you're the Cubs because I can't play the audio, but after the whole P. Crow Armstrong incident, the Cubs are now 0-10.
Whoa.
So I would love to play it back, but I don't have any audio to play back because we'd have to bleep it all out. But just saying, it could always be worse here.
That's right. And look, the PCA, they're doing some issues. There's a number of big-time names that are struggling this year. But PCA definitely not living up to what the billing was this year, that's for sure, and especially since that incident, you're right.
Yeah, that wasn't the first incident that he had with fans, yelling at fans or things like that.
Oh, you mean to tell me he's got a little bit of an ego on him? I'm shocked.
Seems like he's pretty volatile. Well, by the way, that fan would have done that to me. I would have been pissed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't, like, what he had said afterwards was it was a poor, he wished he used different words, which I totally agree with. But yeah, like he snapped at her. I don't know. But
At
yeah,
the end of the day, 224 average, only 6 home runs.
10-game losing streak.
Yeah, that's tough.
Who's there? Didn't they just hire? Didn't they give? Was it Craig Counsell? They just gave a Brinks truck to?
Yeah.
All right. Good. I like seeing it. All right, Trish.
All right, they'll play the Pirates tonight. Maybe either 0-11 or they'll actually win a game. But all right, let's move on. A little bit of SEC talk. I won't be biased. Well, yeah, I was a little biased seeing this, like my timeline, the algorithm, and all of that. But John Sumrall, former Tulane head coach, then goes to Florida, was asked if he would have been willing to leave before the playoffs if Florida asked. And I feel like a lot of college football coaches should take note of his response.
I would have stayed at Tulane and not taken any other job. I was not going to leave a team playing for a championship to go coach another team. That's not in my DNA. I ain't built like that. Couldn't do it. I'm not. That's not a shot at anybody. Honestly, it's not. So if Florida or any other school that wanted to offer me their head coaching job was going to tell me the terms they needed it to be on, the answer for me was I can't take the job. Sorry. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would not be able to. And when he says this isn't a shot at Lane Kiffin, and I believe that he's not saying it to rip Lane Kiffin. He's telling what he would personally do. If you're Lane Kiffin, how do you leave that team? I know it's the LSU job. It's the LSU job. It's the LSU job. Really?
No, it's Lane Kiffin. That's number one. Yeah.
But can't you tell LSU I'm not leaving until after the season, after our season's over?
Could have.
If they really want you, where they're going to say no, we're going to move on?
Sure. And the whole, the transfer portal, the date, that's going to throw it back in your face, head start, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
but
college football's not helping the situation.
No. I like that answer. You're right about that, Trish. I would just say Tulane to Florida, Ole Miss to LSU. There's probably a couple zeros that might be missing if we're going to do a comparison. But at the end of the day, Florida's going to pay some decent money as well. Sure. But I don't know. I want to believe him, but, like I said, it's going to be a little bit more difficult as the contract continues to rise. Like, oh, yeah, all right, if I come now, I get that number? Cool, let's go.
That was going to be my next question. Like, do you actually believe that he would be like, no? Like, would you have been like, yeah, no, I can't come?
It's not in my DNA, but if it's in my bank account, I could sure think twice about it. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm in.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to. I mean, you're talking to the kids. Like, if you remember Ole Miss and Kiffin tried to put it out there like, the players want me to come back and they won't let me coach. No, the players actually wanted you gone because it was a huge distraction.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to accept it. You're not accepting the LSU job, and then they're going to let you finish out the season. That's stupid. Stupid to even say.
Tell you what, I've been watching a little bit of some breakdown on college football. Ooh, we got some big games coming up to kick off the season. Almost there.
Lane at LSU and Trish is an LSU grad. Lane at LSU is going to be fun.
And Eddie O's back.
Eddie O's back.
Go Tigers.
Oh, what this could be. This could turn out really good or really bad.
I'm sure no rules will be broken because there aren't any rules anymore.
Why would they do that?
Yeah. Eddie O's known to follow the rules.
Go Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's married now. Apparently, maybe his wife will
to a 30-something-year-old. Because think about it, he was for years the USC recruiting coordinator and all that stuff. USC always played by the rules, especially back then.
Sure.
And then LSU.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. What else?
We've got a bunch of rule followers here. Will Wade. I mean, let me tell you.
Will Wade. Yes. Very, very up.
Bunch
up and up.
of rule followers. All right. Moving on. Talking a little bit about a hot take. Maybe. I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but usually Barstool doesn't come up on my timeline. It did this time. Dan Katz, I believe, is his last name. Talking about burgers. What's real, what's not.
Ooh, I like that.
I also have a take I've been thinking about. I think smash burgers I think they're fake. I don't think those are real burgers. People are like, oh, you got to do smash burgers.
This take's hot on the streets right now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, so I have some support.
You have a lot of support.
All right, I think smash burgers
I like smash burgers, but there are a lot of people online.
They're fine, but they're just like everyone's like, oh, you got to do smash burgers. You got to do smash burgers. What happened to just a good old fashioned American hamburger?
First of all, let's back this up. She goes, Dan Katz. You know Big Cat, right? That's Big Cat? Okay, that's one.
That's his name.
His name is Dan Katz.
That's fine. That's fine.
It did sound like when you said it, you were like, there's guy Dan Katz.
No, I know like who it is, but I was like,
you know who Big Cat is?
Yeah,
okay.
But so I was like, I wanted to give the professional name.
Understood.
She is very professional.
I tried.
I would say
I forgot what show I was on. I'm not on Unfiltered.
20% of the people out there actually know his real name, but if you said Big Cat, yeah, they would know. But anyways, you're right. I like that you played it. And this is an interesting take because apparently he's on a heater this summer to eat nothing but burgers. I respect that. I've eaten a lot of burgers in the last 2 months or so. I do like a good smash burger, but John, I can't pen it down. Like, I'm not a guy that wants something consistent. Like, I like variety in life. I like a fat, juicy burger.
Where is there a smash burger?
I'll make them.
My cousin just opened a smash burger place, and I will say they're delicious.
So open the franchise. No, I've had them, but I'm just saying where would I go to have them?
You like certain places offer them, sure, right?
No, hang on a second. Are you talking about the name of the place?
No, like they have smash burgers.
Okay.
Like that's their specialty.
Because is he talking about the actual place, the place called a smash burger, or the variety of hamburgers?
I think he's talking about the hamburger itself.
Okay.
Like there's a smash burger and a regular quote.
John, I can get you.
Okay, yes,
I can get you a smash burger at 4 different spots off the top of my head in Conchi. 4 different.
Yeah, I like smash burgers.
I like smash burgers too. Now, the ultimate difference is what? I like it like they crisp up a little bit more on the edges, right? Like
you had said, I'm variety.
I'm a variety guy. Like I don't want to be anti smash burger.
No, I like if I'm in Broomall with my in-laws and it's like, what do you want for lunch? And Five Guys comes up, bang, all about it. Yeah, I don't have them on a regular basis. A couple times a year, Five Guys hits the spot all the time.
Correct.
Red Robins are okay. I don't really. Where else do I eat burgers from? I don't know. Like, yeah, I can go to anywhere and get it. If it's a good burger, it's a good burger.
Yeah.
Smash burgers are all right.
I'll tell you, Big Cat took a big hit on the timeline because he didn't toast his bun. Are you a bun toaster? Do you like toasty buns?
Not at home.
Hello. No, but at a restaurant.
I'd like it warm. Sure.
Not on the grill, though. If you're cooking up burgers at the house, you don't toast your buns.
No. Okay. No, because the grill, all that does is it's like a dry.
It chars them up.
Because what they do is they put butter on the bun, and then they make it even worse.
That little hamster wheel.
Yeah.
They rub it on that and then throw
butter it up. Butter it up, buttercup.
I do like smash burgers. I've been on a little bit of a kick. As you can tell, I've probably gained 5 pounds in the last week.
So they are real. Is that our conclusion?
I just don't. I know he's being cute, but I don't know what he means.
Oh, they're real.
What does he mean that it's fake? I don't get it.
I don't think he considers it a burger.
Oh, it's a burger.
I think
it's a
that's
burger.
his logic.
And most of the time when you get a smash burger, you don't just get 1 patty, you get 2.
Yes. No,
right?
No, you definitely get 2 because they're too thin.
Correct.
Yeah. I've made them at home. I mean, haven't you made it at home?
Yeah.
I make them at home.
You get the parchment paper. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Parchment paper.
Yeah. Put it down. And the key is you want to push down about 10, 15 seconds. Only flip once.
Is that what you do?
Only flip once.
Yes, I've been told that. My cousin, I watched him.
See? And her cousin has a restaurant.
He's a chef now.
Well, generally, you want to do that for all. I know it's difficult with sometimes depending on the if it's a thick burger because then you would char it too much, so you really can't.
Yeah, big thick burgers. I'll flip a few times. Steaks only flip once
if you can. Correct. All right, news and noon. Great job, Trish. You know, I interviewed.
Oh, I'm hungry now.
Dan Katz and PFT commenter.
You did.
Before I didn't know who the hell they were.
At Super Bowl?
No, the draft in Chicago.
Oh, that's dope.
Jamie Lynch booked them. They actually came down to where we were broadcasting, which was where the ESPN 1000 station was broadcasting. We're in the studio that overlooks whatever, it's like a big downtown Chicago. I don't remember which one it was.
Okay.
And Jamie's like, I booked. And I'm like, I don't know who this is. I wasn't listening to the podcast in 2016. So it's like, I don't know who this is.
They're bigger names.
No, but like Jamie was like, he was like in awe, like, oh,
yeah.
These are big names. I'm like, I'm not disputing it. I just don't know who they are. And then fast forward 10 years, and yeah, they're huge
Was that
stars.
here or was that over at
Chicago?
No, I know, but for what station? Was it here or for the other?
Here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, look, they've signed mega deals. They're now Netflix rich.
Big money. Yep.
Yeah.
They have not left Barstool. They've been loyal to Barstool.
Yeah, why would you?
Money.
He was Big Cat was able to build that whole facility out in Chicago.
Yeah.
So he does whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, well, Ricky's in getting his reads in there with Trish right now.
Ricky,
Ricky, I'm not trying to this isn't a criticism of you. I'm inviting you to join because apparently you have a club for Knicks fans. Because I tried to start the Sixers fans for the Knicks.
John, be careful. Be careful.
But I talked about this yesterday on the show. Ricky's coming in right now. I talked about this yesterday on the show. I've done this before because the Sixers suck and they have no real chance to win a championship. And I look at the Knicks team and I'm like, that's the team I want. Brunson is a big-time player. I mean, like, he's from Villanova. It's like, damn, you know what? I want that team. They're irritating. I hate them, but that's the team I want. So because we can never count on our team, why can't we be 76ers fans and root for the Knicks? We're not saying we're Knicks fans.
I'm not rooting for anybody. I just don't like the Cavs. I don't like James Harden. So I was like, okay, good. The Knicks won. They haven't been there since 1999. What? You're going to cry about it too?
No, the talk of the office was that you're a Knicks fan. I didn't start it.
Can't do it.
Because Ass said it. Ass Dylan.
No, hang on.
I didn't even hear from Dylan.
I need a 20.
Sales was talking about Ricky. Like, yeah, Ricky's a Knicks fan. I'm like, huh? That's all I heard about.
I'm not a Knicks fan to start with.
I need a 20.
The Sixers are never going to get there, so why not root for something?
That's what I'm saying. No. Join me.
So you're going to root for the Knicks over Oklahoma City or San Antonio?
Yep.
Oh,
me
Rick,
too.
Hey,
No. If San Antonio gets in, I want them to win.
Okay, at least I got one. What?
I'm rooting for the Knicks.
You can't root for the Knicks.
But Sean,
why?
The reason why
are you going to say because their fan base takes over? Then you're rooting. Yeah, but there's a problem with that because Philadelphia, we take over everywhere.
Exactly.
Everywhere we go, we take over, and everybody's proud of it. The Knicks do it once or the Knicks and Mets do it to us.
We hate it.
You think New York fans? You think New York fans are proud of us? No.
I'm not proud of anybody.
No, I'm talking about fans taking over. Yes, I would say that is definitely number one. Those obnoxious fans. They're even worse than our worst. Than what we're on our worst behavior.
You almost said ours. You almost said our fans.
They're as bad as Eagles fans. They're as annoying as Eagle fans. They are. They're as annoying as Eagle fans. And that's a compliment.
You know what you're incapable of doing? You're incapable of putting yourself in a different shoe.
No, I think they're even worse.
I know the guy I work with is incapable of nothing. Like, he can't do anything.
I think...
He just threw a ball and hit Ricky. No. Don't bet. I'm with you. When I watch the Knicks play, I say I want that to be my team.
It's a good team.
It's a good team.
You can't handle it.
And
why can't Brace handle it?
They're an East Coast team.
Yeah.
They grind. They're dirty, but they're also skilled. They do everything I want my team to have. We know the Spurs and OKC are great teams.
When are the Sixers going to have that team? When are the Sixers going to have that team?
Goes around and there's
Bob Myers
Celebrity Row, and you get Ben Stiller and Timothy Chalamet.
So now you're
and Kylie.
Well, you had all those people
Tracy
here.
Morgan.
You had all those
Spike
people,
Lee.
But you had all those people here.
I can't root for anything Knicks because of the fans. Point blank. That's it. Yes, I respect their game on the floor. I had them going to the finals.
He did.
How could you pick them to go to the finals?
Well, it's on the floor.
Thinking?
But now they got to lose.
On their floor. It's not like I root for their fans.
But he's not rooting for them. I'm actually rooting for the Knicks to win.
I'm not necessarily rooting for the Knicks. Okay, they haven't been there since 1999. Good. It's new blood in there.
Okay.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, it's going to be a really good series.
Because of the fans, yeah.
See, but you go to the fans. I'm not looking at
hate
the fans.
the fans.
I could care less about the fans. The Mets fans used to do it when I used to play. You think I enjoyed that?
No.
Yeah, they really did.
I mean, what do you want me to do?
The Met. This wasn't
a meat thing.
This was like a playoff. Back when Ricky played and before that, the Mets fans used to come down. I remember every September when the Phillies sucked in the 80s, the Mets fans used to come down to the Vet, and it was like I was winning the World Series because we wouldn't let them clinch at Veterans Stadium. It was a win. It's like, no, you're not going to clinch here, so take your ass back up to New York and you can go clinch at home. You're not going to do it here. But you know what? I kind of want the 76ers, a message sent to the 76ers ownership.
Oh, I think it's already been sent.
Enough of this crap. Look at how that team was built. Like, we sucked on purpose for years, and look at where you are right now. Do something about it.
You're not lying there.
Oh, now you're quiet.
Sixers fans rooting for the Knicks. Who's in?
But Ricky's not even in on that.
I'm not necessarily rooting for the Knicks. I'm glad there's new blood in there. It could have been the I don't know, Des Moines, whatever you want to call them. They got in, I would have been happy.
How about this? Go Spurs.
I could deal with that.
I like the Spurs too.
Go Spurs.
Man, Jared McCain started last night. He was
Stephon Castle.
He was killing it in the second half.
Yeah.
You
All right.
Yep.
There he is, everybody. Knicks fans. Ricky Metallico, huge Knicks fan.
See, he comes in, he's now mad at me. I didn't even do anything. What is going on? I'm getting yelled at.
Ricky and I have aligned. We're aligned, Trish.
Yeah, I warned you all. So, Sean, I'm sorry, man.
Well, I saw he pegged Dylan with a ball yesterday after Dylan put up the AI.
Yes, he did.
We need an AI picture. Ricky and I wearing Knicks jerseys.
I just want to bring this up real quick as far as Jared McCain. I realize we're all mad and everything along those lines, but there's more to this story that I don't think we're really talking about when it comes to Jared McCain.
Oh, that's coming up next.
Nice.
And all the Sixers fans, you want to jump in our club because it's a good club.
Oh, yeah.
Sixers fans for the Knicks. 610-632-0975. And a deeper conversation with McCain's coming up next with Sean Brace. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies grab another win. I'm Patricia Caputo, and this update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MADD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MADD-HELP or visit MADD.org. The Phillies got another win against the Padres Tuesday night. Bryce Harper and Trey Turner each hit home runs to secure the win. Christopher Sanchez is on the mound for the Phillies in this afternoon's game. Phillies-Padres begins at 4:10 p.m. The Eagles began OTAs Monday. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts spoke to the media. Sirianni already spoke to the media. Hurts will speak to the media later this afternoon. Adam Schefter joined the morning show and discussed how different the offense could look, but also said it's a matter of when A.J. Brown will be traded.
Honestly, don't know when it's going to happen next week. I just don't know. I really don't know right now. So we'll find out. But at this present moment, I cannot tell you whether it's going to happen Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday.
OTAs continue for the team until June 4th. And in national news, the Golden Knights are headed to the NHL Finals after sweeping the Avalanche, and OKC took a 3-2 lead over the Spurs Tuesday night. This update is brought to you by ExpressPros.com. When production shifts, your workforce has to keep up. Express Employment Professionals is your best resource for hiring. Find local teams at ExpressPros.com and hire differently. I'm Patricia Caputo on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
A lot of people text me saying I'm an idiot for saying that I want to be a Knicks fan. I do not want to be a Knicks fan.
That's what I heard.
I'm rooting for the Knicks.
Then you're a Knicks fan.
I am not. I'm a 76er fan for the Knicks.
You just said that you are creating a special fan club to root on for Sixer fans to root on the Knicks.
Correct.
But you're not a Knicks fan.
No.
Okay.
I'm rooting for the Knicks as a Sixer fan because that's the team I want. And all it took was an agent leaving being an agent and going up to one of the worst franchises in the NBA to build what he built. And a number of under-the-radar moves. I mean, a couple of great trades. They signed Brunson. It's not like, that wasn't even a max contract. Now, I would say anybody could have had him, but he wanted to go play because his dad, Rick, was a part of the organization. So, I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Do I like the Spurs? Yeah, I like the Spurs. Do I like OKC? I don't know if I need them winning 2 in a row. I like to see the Spurs win. They're not going to. I am not rooting for the OKC over the Knicks. I'm not.
You would root for the Knicks over OKC?
Sixers fans for the Knicks. Let's do it.
Oof, I need a bath after that one.
Trish, are you in? Sixers fans for the Knicks.
I'm in.
Oh,
okay, there you go.
You guys.
There we go. We got Ricky, big Knicks fan. Trish.
Got to hit the car wash after this show and just get out. Soak me up.
Chuck is calling from New York. He's a Sixer fan, but I believe he's going to join the club as well. Chuck, how are you, buddy?
Incorrect. I am not joining your club.
It's a good club, though.
I would never join that club. I respect it, but, living in New York, being surrounded by so many of these goons, and I get it. I love it when we take over a city, so I respect that as well. But I will say, never could I root for the Knicks.
Well, it's just
I'm a diehard Villanova fan.
Oh, you are?
Wow.
I still couldn't root for them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched Jalen Brunson's commitment to Villanova live online.
Wow.
Such a big Villanova fan.
Wow.
And I still couldn't do it. Couldn't root for the Knicks.
No, and it doesn't, Chuck, it doesn't have to be next year or the year after. There's no commitment other than as a Sixer fan, you're rooting for the Knicks this year. Let's do it.
I mean, I want the Spurs to win. I think it'd be very tough to pull for SGA. I don't really find his basketball that entertaining, but I still couldn't do it. I want the Knicks fans to have their heart broken. I don't think that they would ever root for the Sixers.
Hell no.
And I just couldn't do it. And, my daughter, 11 years old, asked me if the Knicks beat the Sixers, can I root for the Knicks in the future so I can join my friends? No. My wife says, of course you can, honey. I go, no. That's not the way this goes.
Yeah.
Not the way this goes.
Where in you're upstate New York, Chuck?
No, I'm in Westchester. I'm just in Hastings
Westchester
on
County.
Hudson.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're not far. You're not far from the city. I appreciate it.
It's tough. It's tough because when you got the kids and you got their friends that are fans, I don't know. Maybe we might need to revisit that one soon there, Chuck.
As a dad from the area, I can understand saying you're not rooting for the Knicks, you're rooting for the Sixers. But do the Sixers actually deserve that? I mean, seriously, you want this poor kid to not be a Knicks fan? She lives in New York. I get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it. Yeah. I wouldn't want her to be a Knicks fan. All right? Now, this year you can. But I'm not going back to the Knicks. I'm not becoming a Knicks fan. I'm just rooting for him this year. The text line, apparently, Trish is agreeing with me and you.
Yes, Susie from Philly. I love the Knicks, even though I'm a Sixers fan. I'm also a Knicks fan. I bought tickets for the game in Philly when the Knicks played the Sixers here. Nothing better than watching the two teams I love play in Philly. Can't you enjoy another team's talent? And she said she's a Villanova fan.
Oh, yeah, and that was the game that the Sixers lost by 49, I think, to the Knicks. Yeah, I don't. Look, to each their own, different strokes for different folks, and not going into Chuck's scenario because that's a whole different world. Just as we sit here right now, there's nothing that could sway me. And I'm the guy that was saying that the Knicks are a damn good team. They're going to put it together. They're going to get to the finals.
You did?
They could very well win it all.
They could.
But I don't see it. I think Oklahoma City is going to be.
We could have a mini parade around the studio. If they
Let's get Gerald Wright on the show. Please.
Some other people not agreeing with me with my take here, I'm assuming, Trish.
Correct. One texter. Sixers fans for Knicks is beyond gross. Celtics have been a better built team than ours for most of a decade, and nobody started any fan clubs for them.
Yeah, but there's a major difference there. You're talking about the Villanova affair. The angle that has Villanova guys that have two banners that are currently hanging in the Xfinity Mobile Arena. So I understand.
Yeah. Okay. So from Villanova's standpoint, 'cause my buddy Ed Tell, the owner of Razor Bar, says, here's how I make it palatable. I'm rooting for Villanova, not the Knicks.
Yeah, look, if they weren't from Villanova, you're not saying that right now, right?
Yeah, yeah. What do I care about Villanova? Did I root for Villanova? Yeah, I rooted for Villanova. I know people are like, you went to Temple. F Temple. Give me a real basketball team, and I won't root for Villanova. How about that?
Ray just took a little shockwave to the system.
No, but it's the same thing with the Sixers. Like, oh, you should be loyal to Temple. For how many decades do I have to be loyal for Temple to where I just say the team sucks and I'm not doing it anymore? Aren't we there with the 76ers? Then build something. You don't want me to root for the Knicks? Then build something rather than constant disappointment.
Well, Bob Myers is building something right now as we speak. He is.
What? Some people are calling saying it's the dumbest take in sports radio for a long time.
A texter said that.
A texter.
Yep. He said, that may be the dumbest thing I've heard on sports radio in a long time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It stands
from
out.
New Jersey.
It's up there. I would say, it's a tough one. I don't know if it's dumb. I think it's a tough one to swallow.
It's a good club.
Because I can't hang. You got to put the board up there, Trish. I can't hang with the fact that their fan base is just so in your face. The way that they literally were ripping a jersey.
I
off
hate them.
Yeah.
They're the worst. I hate them. I'm not joining that club. I'm joining my own club.
Yeah, if like Philly fans were doing that, ripping jerseys off of people's backs that were walking out of the arena after we just beat them, we would be front page news. We'd be leading off Sports Center. Yet I never saw that Nick fan who was ripping the Maxi jersey off of that guy.
This is not in support of Knicks fans.
We have a good club.
We're starting our own club.
Yeah.
It's separate from Knicks fans. We're not Knicks fans. We're 76ers fans for the Knicks.
So ugly.
Coming up. So you mentioned McCain.
Yes.
Now we get to make up for Nick Sirianni saying nothing. So we're talking about McCain coming up. Also, salt in the wound of Flyers fans. Like the Vegas makes the Stanley Cup again in dominant fashion. Are people rooting for the Golden Knights of Vegas with the Philadelphia connection on that?
Kind of hot.
And I have a fun game coming up in the 1 o'clock hour as well.
Oh, I love games.
Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
The New York Knicks.
Are back. Well, we have Flyers fans for the Golden Knights. Is that my next club, Sean?
You got a better chance of me joining that club than anything.
All right, so check this out, though. Tomorrow, 6 to 8 p.m., Chickies and Pete's, Marlton, New Jersey. We will celebrate the Flyer season, the end-of-season broadcast. Myself, John Kincade, Bill Calarulo is going to stop on his way home. Flyers guests, and we're having a Flyers jersey party.
Ooh.
The best/worst jersey. So wear your jersey, and you could walk away with Rally House gift cards, signed merch, signed memorabilia. It's tomorrow, Chickies and Pizza Marlton. Our old intern, Anthony Walko, said he's going to stop out.
Get out.
He DM'd me last night.
Oh, that's awesome. Walking in this, what was it? We did the.
I hear the secrets that you keep.
When you're walking.
Because his last name's Walko. Walko.
Yeah, I like that. There you go.
So come out. Like I said, we're going to have Flyers guests. Some are booked, some are waiting on, and the memorabilia is real. So if you're a Flyers fan, come out, chill, let's celebrate. We'll talk about what the team needs to do going forward. That is tomorrow night at Chickies and Pete's in Marlton, New Jersey. I haven't been there in a while, but that Chickies, if you haven't been there, is unbelievable. The outside area is unbelievable. It's huge inside, so looking forward to it tomorrow night. Wear your jersey.
I like it.
All right, Jeremy, you wanted to do the Jared McCain question.
Yeah, look, I think for the most people that are out there, right, I think they look at this move and go, it was a bad move, and bygones be bygones. Let's just keep it moving, right? And almost to the point of like, oh, Jared McCain, here we go again. Like, yeah, he played in the finals game. I get it. To me, I think there's a bigger story behind it. I think we should all be in agreement that, like, we need to focus on this a little bit more, whether we're talking about just play, who made the call, because Nick Nurse, at the end of the day, signed off on this with him not playing Jared McCain. Jared McCain was dealing with a little bit of an injury. He had to battle back multiple injuries, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't play well when he did get his opportunities down in the G League. But all in all, like, he's 22. You know what he was capable of, what you saw the previous year. And then, of course, like, what he's doing right now is not a fluke. It's just not. The kid's confident, and he could fill it up.
Wasn't this what we saw his rookie year before the injury?
Essentially.
And then he couldn't crack the rotation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some of this does need to go on Nick Nurse. Like Holmes.
This is definitely on Nick Nurse, plate more than anything, because guess what? If this was something that was dictated by Daryl Morey as far as playing time is concerned, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up, because Daryl Morey, if he's going to trade Jared McCain, he would want McCain to play to beef up the draft or the trade market for him, correct? So it's like you could see why this is falling on Nick Nurse. However, I just want to bring it back to present day. There's no reason to revisit other than the fact that he continues to rip it up. He had 24 on Friday off the bench.
He started last night.
Starts last night. 18 points in the second half, John.
He struggled early.
He finished with 20.
Yeah, he struggled early, 33 minutes. Struggled early. He got the shooting touch going a little bit later. But when you look at it, he handles the ball. How many steals? No, that's 0 steals. Looked like 9.
He had 3 rebounds, 3 3-pointers made.
Yeah, but that's what he is.
Yeah.
He's not going to fill up the stat sheet. He is what he is. He's energy, and he's scoring punch.
He's infectious. And, man, I'll tell you what, there are people out there that said that, look, when they traded him, that was the change in the season. I'm not ready to go that far, because all in all, I think we could look at some bigger picture things with the Sixers.
It was deflating, though. It deflated the team.
Tyrese Maxey literally cried.
He cried.
And told you that.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of another player crying because a teammate got traded? I don't recall.
Tyrese Maxey did cry when he got drafted, so it's not.
Well,
he went.
I think there's more to it. Well, like you said, it was deflating. However, the big thing that was hitting me last night, just thinking about, like, all right, what's the angle on this McCain stuff? And it comes back to Embiid. Because in my opinion, Embiid, the desperation, the timeline forcing this desperation of championships, because you have a guy like Joel Embiid and Paul George, forced this move to be made. Like, this is another spot. Like, the trading of Jared McCain falls back at Joel Embiid for my money at this point in time. And it's another, it's another chip in the category of, like, why Embiid needs to be traded now. Because not only does he affect things on the court, he affects things off the court. He affects things, the approach on how this front office is going to handle moves, trades, drafting a player, so on and so forth. It just comes back to like, would you agree with that they made this move for Jared McCain because all in all, Daryl Morey said that he thought he was going to get something in return. Yes. Did think that he won the
thought
trade.
they were making another trade.
Correct. And why is that?
I do believe it.
And why is that? Because of Embiid. The timeline of forcing desperation is simply because of Joel Embiid. All I know is this. Jared McCain, I'm not trying to make him out to be Michael Jordan here. The kid was on a team-friendly contract, 22 years old, has the confidence of some of the best players out there, and, oh, by the way, can fill it up.
He just started last night for a team that's most likely going back to the finals.
It was a monster mistake to trade Jared McCain, and it's only getting worse game after game, and I think it's going to stay that way year after
year. No, it's a great point with Embiid because you're right. They don't. What are they worried about trading him if they don't need to try to? They're trying to. They got a roll of duct tape, and how you get another roll of duct tape is you trade a young player to try to get somebody that can try to win this year. Because you're so desperate to try to go on some type of a run, which, by the way, is not realistic.
Nope.
Let's be realistic. They're not winning with Joel Embiid. They're not. They're not going to win with Joel Embiid. So if you keep him around, it's going to be because you're making a mistake or you don't feel like it's worth it to trade him just yet. You'd rather hold him. Maybe you get a bigger package down in a later year. I don't know, man. Like I'm ready to move on. I don't know what Bob Myers is going to do.
I know there's a lot of people out there just like, like McCain's doing his thing with a championship team. I don't think it's that simple. I really don't. I don't think this conversation is that simple. I think there's more angles to this, and we should be talking about Jared McCain more because that was a terrible, terrible trade, and we're watching it right now.
It's a fireable offense that he was fired, but Josh Harris had said that everybody signed off on it. So he didn't get fired for that.
And you're bringing back the coach that didn't play him.
Which is the problem. But, I mean, he's a good, I don't know if he's not a great defensive player, but he's willing.
He's a little bit of a liability out there, and more so in Nick Nurse's eyes.
Right.
But, man, you got a team like Oklahoma City, just played 33 minutes.
But to your point, he thinks you go with the veteran because you're playing on a team, and that's how you're trying to win. You already have a young guard, so how are you going to play him and Edgecombe on the floor at the same time, or is him and Maxey at the floor on the same time?
And he likes those long wings, so that's what happened to Nick Nurse is that he's not big enough for Nick Nurse.
Man, I have eyes, and they work kind of well, and I saw what he did his rookie year, and you would have known coming off of the injury, like, all right, he's going to need a little bit of time to kind of get things going. Like, come on, man, you put him in there 8, 9, 10 minutes. If he's not shooting, get him the hell out of the game.
24 off the bench on Friday. Victory. Last night starts, gives him 20. Yeah, this is a lot more than what we're given proper perspective to. That's all I know.
Man. All right, so coming up, big 1 o'clock hour, Sean.
Yeah.
We're going to Brendan Petrilli, our promotions coordinator for the Fanatic, he's in San Diego, and he's very willing to come on.
Our San Diego correspondent.
I texted him at 7-something local time, and he responded back. He said, when do you need me?
He was up. He didn't even go to bed.
He said, I'll be at the beach around 1 with my shirt off, and I can zoom in from the beach. And he's a big guy. So you see the lengths he's going to try to put some good content on the program?
How about that?
All right. I'm just saying. I'm not saying people aren't. So that's coming up. We're going to do the conversation of, are you rooting for the Golden Knights? Are you rooting against them because of Carter Hart and torts?
I can't even answer that question, honestly.
Here's what I need, and we can do this right now. Negative Nate would be a good tester for this. I need a couple Flyers fans. It could be very brief.
Yeah.
Are you rooting for them in the finals, yes or no? 610-632-0975. I have a fun game coming up that we're going to play as well, involving TV theme songs. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Bills look for a sweep. I'm Patricia Caputo, and this update is brought to you by Borgata Hotel, Casino, and Spa. If you want it all, dining, gaming, pools, and more, it takes a village. It takes a Borgata. Visit theborgata.com to learn more. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Phillies look to get the sweep against the Padres this afternoon. Christopher Sanchez expected on the mound for the Phillies. Walker Buehler starting for San Diego. Phillies-Padres begins at 4:10 p.m. The Phillies began OTAs Monday. Jalen Hurts is expected to speak to the media this afternoon. Adam Schefter joined the morning show and discussed how different the offense looks this season.
You still have that talent and you want to work it around the talent, so it might not be as drastic as it would be if there was a new head coach, a new offense coordinator, and a new quarterback. But in this particular case, you just have new thoughts, new ideas, new perspectives.
OTAs continues for the team until June 4th. And in national news, OKC took a 3-2 lead over the Spurs Tuesday night. The winner of the game will face the New York Knicks in the finals. The Golden Knights are also headed to the NHL finals after sweeping the Avalanche. This update is also brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. Losing your hair and wish you could do something about it? Call the trusted team at Morgenstern Medical. Where you go matters. Call 610-830-HAIR. I am Patricia Caputo on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
San Diego, our promotions coordinator, is going to join us live from the beach.
Our San Diego correspondent.
Yeah, sure as hell not Ray.
Hey, Ray.
Yep.
Damn, Ray.
So what did Ray do? He retweeted our tweet, or he responded to our tweet where we were trying to call him yesterday, and he said his notifications are off.
With a picture of the beach.
Would you say he's made it clear he doesn't want to talk to us?
He is on vacation.
Yeah, you keep going back to that.
Yeah. I'm trying to throw my man a bone just a little bit. He just got on vacation. It's day one, and we're blowing him up at 9:05 in the morning. Well,
no, it's 7.
Even early.
It's 7 o'clock. Exactly.
Yeah, he should be part of the bit, right?
Yeah, he didn't have to answer.
I think maybe the picture of the beach might be part of the bit back at us.
But he hasn't responded. There's been nothing at all. You could text him separately and do whatever you want to. I'm not texting.
I'll text him right now in the group. I'll text him from the group, and I'll say, hey, Ray, how's the beach?
Yeah, no, like Petrilli, literally, he texted me back a minute later. He's like, what time do you need me? You know what I mean? He's the guy you want in the foxhole. Ray?
That's right.
I don't know what to say anymore.
Hey, Ray.
How's the beach? Question mark. All right.
Whatever.
We'll see.
I truly hope he's enjoying his vacation because, he never goes anywhere and he's always just working and never doing anything else, right?
I think he's going to Jamaica.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's always going somewhere. He's doing play-by-plays at pools and he's doing this and he's doing that. Why, Trish, come on.
It's good to be Ray.
I don't know how he does it, but he always says, I never take days off. I never go on vacation. But every time I talk to him, the guy's got another vacation lined up.
I know. And by the way, who encouraged him to do it? Because Ray tried to give me I don't really have money for it. And I'm like, dude, who cares?
He always finds it, though.
Right. Well, he works hard. He's a hard worker.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
I'll tell you what, that trip to San Diego has got to be pricey. Trip to San Diego plus a couple games.
Well, the plane, just getting out there alone with the cost of flights these days.
Yeah, man.
Anyway.
Good for Ray.
Yeah, whatever, Ray. But I encouraged him to do it. I said, Ray, just go. Stop. Who cares? You'll remember that more than you'll remember the $1,000 or whatever. So we'll check in with Petrilli coming up here in about 10 minutes or so. How about the I even knowing next to nothing about hockey, but I think a lot of people would agree that Colorado was going to go to the Stanley Cup, right? They were the Carolina and Colorado were the favorites, right?
I think Colorado swept Vegas in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Is that right?
I want to say that's correct.
That was before Torts took over.
Dude, since Torts has taken over, they're 18-4-1. No. It's crazy.
So he took over 8 games left in the regular season, kind of as a last-ditch effort. So and I remember after because Bruce Cassidy was their coach, and he won a cup in Boston, I believe. So I remember a lot of the national people being like, oh, yeah, sure, bringing in Tortorella, that's going to do something. And now they're sitting in the friggin' Stanley Cup final. They swept Colorado.
Unbelievable.
Swept them. So you have Tortorella, former Flyers coach, and you have Carter Hart, who went through his entire legal thing and everything else that's going on. The Flyers elected not to re-sign him. I believe Danny Briere had said that that Carter Hart's agent had said, hey, we want a fresh start. We want a clean slate.
Smart.
We're a restricted free agent. Please don't. We want to go somewhere else. And the Flyers said, all right, goodbye. So I don't as Flyers fans out there, and if we want to do text line 610-632-0975, or even we'll get you right in on the phone line 610-632-0975. I'm not going to start a Flyers fans for the Vegas Golden Knights club.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if Flyers fans are rooting for Tortorella, or it's like, do they not care? Nate, come in here because Nate's our resident Flyer hunk.
Nate.
Negative Nate. Negative Nate.
He's our Flyers hunk.
Do you think negatively of Tortorella, or he just kind of is what he is?
Yeah.
Volatile hockey coach.
I've always liked Torts, but it didn't work out, right? So it's like, he is what it is. I am very surprised at the success that he's having at the rate he is having. It's pretty crazy when you think of it, right?
And then he's going to come back because you bring him back. He's in the Stanley Cup final. He'll be fired. He won't in 2028. He's at the end of 2028. Is he the head coach? He could very easily be fired. You know what happens with these coaches.
Well, he's interim now, so I don't know if you bring him back. Might just be in your best.
No, you're right. No,
best plan.
no, you're right.
Win it all and say, "Hey, Torts, thanks, see ya," and then go get somebody else.
I don't think that's what they do.
No,
it's
of
very
course not.
difficult to do that. But to your point, yeah, these guys will eventually hate him and they'll stop listening to him. You know how it is with, especially with hockey coaches. They're volatile.
Back in the cup.
Negative Nate, don't even worry about as long as you can hear us.
Yeah,
you
Nate.
can plug in the headphones, but
Yeah.
it's all right. So, all right, so you got to turn the microphone on.
Yeah, Negative Nate. Let's go here.
That would be helpful. Negative Nate. So where are you on this situation? Are you rooting for the Golden Knights?
I mean, like, I don't mind if they win or not. Doesn't really matter to me. I really don't care at all. I mean, it's good to see Torts and Carter Hart doing well.
Is it good to see Carter Hart doing well? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
It's been a little while,
it's
right?
been a while, but he's always been a number one goalie.
Yeah.
And like, you can have the argument of like, did the Flyers get screwed over by the league with the whole situation with him, and they couldn't like offer him a contract to stay around while he was in his whole thing.
So I've seen this a lot with Flyers fans, where if the Flyers would have offered him a contract and he went somewhere else, then they would have received a compensation pick.
Yeah.
But then you also have to realize they could also not match it, and then you get the player back. I don't, because like in baseball, if you offer a player a qualifying offer and they decline it, then you get a draft pick when they sign somewhere else. I don't know exactly how it works in hockey, but if there was a thought that the player could come back, then maybe that's why you don't do it. I don't know, man. Like, that's a messy situation. I don't blame the Flyers for just wanting to be like, no, I went out.
Not at all.
Yeah, you can't blame all those 5 teams that had players in that situation that didn't come back. But I mean, I think Carter Hart said too, like he wanted a fresh start, so I can't blame the guy.
Yeah, look, he was acquitted. It was a 2-month trial, right? So not going into too much detail on that, because I know that there were text messages and, along those lines, if people really want to dig deep. All in all, he's getting another opportunity. He's making a golden opportunity from it, right? Here he is he is playing in the Stanley Cup Finals and maybe about to win a championship for the first time in his career.
Man, it's
crazy.
It really is salt in the wounds, because it's the former Flyers coach and the former Flyers young goalie that everybody was saying, this is finally, we got the guy. And then the situation happens, and then he's gone. Now he's in the finals.
Yeah, I mean that's how it happens with the Flyers, right? You play with the Flyers, you leave, then it's like with Jeff Carter, Richards, and Gagne. Went to LA that one year, the first year there, they got a cup.
Well, you're cursed, Negative Nate.
I'm not cursed. I'm usually correct.
Sorry, buddy.
That's what happens.
All right, there he is, Negative Nate. Everybody, thank you, Negative Nate. Here's the whole song.
Negative Nate. Negative Nate. Negative Nate. Negative Nate.
He likes the Union and the Flyers. He went to church, so
Hang
he's
on a second,
fired. If he doesn't watch it, he's going to get fired. His name is Negative Nate. Negative Nate. Negative Nate. Negative Nate. Negative Nate. Negative Nate.
That's good.
You're Negative Nate because you're negative on every team but the Flyers.
No, I mean, I'm right about the
And the
Phillies.
Union.
Well, look at my Phillies take. Who was right? I was.
No,
right.
you're wrong.
I was right.
That's why I brought you back in.
Yeah, but I was right though. So I need my credit.
It's not over yet.
You can just say, Nate, you were right all along.
What did you say about the Phillies?
What did I say? Like 86 wins.
I don't remember. But you said they're missing the playoffs.
I said Braves, Mets 1-2, Phillies in third.
Okay. All right. Is that holding true right now?
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
It is not looking pretty good. The Phillies have played their worst baseball, and now they're back over 500. Aren't they second in the division? At this point, yeah, you're going down in flames with that prediction, Negative Nate.
Nah, everyone else went in flames. And you even said I was right on a text line.
No.
You said I was right in the group chat the other week.
Wow. That's when things are bleak.
I got 3 seats, too.
The Nationals are actually half a game ahead of the Phillies.
That
ain't going to
Nats are playing well. Woods is pretty good.
All right, now you can leave. There he is, Negative Nate. Everybody.
There he is. Nice work.
Nice job, Negative Nate.
Stirring it up in our text chat, too, as well.
What's going on?
Well, and Nate is, as Ray just got back to us.
Yeah, he did.
We like that.
He said, I don't even know what the argument is, but I appreciate you, Negative Nate. So Sean's Team Ray and Nate's Team Ray?
I'm not so much Team Ray. I'm just Team Vacation, right? Where it's like, he's on vacation.
I'm not asking him to go to a television package where he's going to spend 3 hours producing something.
He's got to be, and he's on a 3-hour time difference. He's on a West Coast time.
All right, calling him that early was a bit,
just a little bit.
But here's the thing: if we didn't like Ray and our audience didn't love Ray,
correct,
we wouldn't do it.
Yes, you're right.
He would just be gone and we wouldn't care.
That's right.
But because he was out there and we're anxious to know what he's doing, so that's why we call him early to see if we can wake him up. What I was looking for was the What time is it?
Yeah, we needed some of that.
But instead he gives us nothing.
He sent us the voicemail.
You got attitude.
No, yeah, we did. He was bitchy about it. He was bitchy. He was bitchy in the text message, and then he calls back and he's like, "Well, my day's starting at 9 a.m. local time. So if you're going to call me, then you have to call me before that." And it's like, okay, so then you know what? We won't call you, Ray. That's fine.
But Petrilli on the other end.
Yeah, Petrilli, is he there? Is he on Zoom? No, just check because we have a. I'm looking at. They photoshopped my face.
Yeah,
on
they
the
did.
Knicks player.
Yep. Yep.
Listen, not everybody, Sean. I'm a visionary. All right,
I know this.
I stand up for what I believe in, and these damn Sixers have done nothing but humiliated me over the years. And you know what? Maybe I just want to enjoy a good team. If that means it's the Knicks. I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a Sixers fan, rooting for the Knicks.
Nope. Oklahoma City or San Antonio is as far as you can go.
All right.
Anything else, especially with the Knicks, I have to question it. Can't do it. That fan base is brutal.
Oh, they're the worst.
Yep.
Let's head it out to San Diego, California, and our man on the scene, live from the beach. Did you? I was texting him, so you didn't see it. He actually sent me. He's in Venice today. He was in San Diego the last 2 days. I love Venice Beach.
Oh,
He can probably smell the marijuana from where he's sitting right now.
Yeah,
His name is Brendan Petrilli. He's the promotions coordinator for 97.5 The Fanatic and all our other stations right here. What's up, BP?
What's up, fellas? You got me?
Oh, loud and clear.
Gotcha. So you're on Zoom. So if people want to tune in right now to our to YouTube, you can see Petrilli live. Do you have your shirt off right now?
Oh yeah, it's off. We don't want to go too much farther down here, but it's a little chilly out here. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
Is it a little windy?
Yeah, yesterday at the
Yeah, a little
ballpark,
windy.
a lot of sweatshirts at the ball yard last night.
All right. So what? You were in San Diego. First of all, how many Phillies fans are out there? What's the atmosphere?
Dude, it was awesome. I was hitting everybody with "Go Phils." I would say it was probably a solid 37% Phillies, maybe getting up into the 40 range by the time I left on Memorial Day. But it was awesome seeing at the bars. I think Philly needs the bars around the stadium. I love tailgating, but everybody hanging out right outside the stadium in San Diego there in those bars. It was an awesome time.
Yeah, I like more bars, but we have a place called Stateside Live. That's pretty big.
Not the same, though.
What do you mean?
It's not the same. You're walking to a venue that specifically is in South Philly because there's nothing else. When you go to stadiums that are actually in the downtown, like in the Gaslamp District, it's awesome because you walk out of the ballpark and you're in a neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, Sixers tried to build a stadium somewhere else, and they got absolutely destroyed for it.
But then they backed out of it. I was all for it.
Yeah, same.
Because it would have been good. But, all right, so the atmosphere is good. Lots of Phillies fans. And you've seen some good baseball, too. So BP took a video of Kyle Schwarber's home run. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Might be the worst camera work of anything I've ever seen. What were you doing? Why would you even post that? So bad.
What? It was a great view. I don't know what you're talking about. You saw the swing, the flick of the wrist. That's all you needed to see. You didn't need to see where the ball went. You know it went out. So
it did.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, it's been great, dude. This team is hitting. We'll see what's up with Marsh. She's been red hot. But you guys got any updates on that? On the finger for Marsh at all?
Yeah, just a little sprained finger. He talked after the game, too, as well to the media. Just a little sprained.
Yeah, I think it's all right. So
we got Sanchez on the mound today. It's gonna be awesome. I'm up in LA, gonna watch the Phillies at the Dodgers this weekend. The only Philly fan I haven't seen is Mr. Ray Dunn, though.
No.
See, I knew it. I knew it. He's too big of a star.
Wow, you can't even meet up with Petrilli.
Did you try to meet up with him?
I think he might have blocked my number. I don't know.
Wow. Hold on. So did you contact him?
Well, I may or may not have. But
So you contacted him, and he wasn't. See, this is what happened. I don't know if you know the story, but we tried calling him on the air, and he didn't answer. And then he was bitchy about it. That it's like you woke me up. He was mad. We woke him up, and then he said, "My day starts at 9 a.m. So if you want to talk, then we got to do it before that." And our schedule, we didn't get an opportunity. So I said, "You know what? Fine, Ray. We won't talk to you the rest of the trip." So he big timed you, BP?
Well, there was a lot of stories out there, but it's a sad thing that Ray Dunn and I couldn't hang out on the beach and have a couple beers. That's all I have to say.
Oh, wow. That is tough.
Ray.
You know, Petrilli.
you like to think the two of us have a lot of fun together, but like we don't able to connect. It's a shame. Two guys like to have some drinks, hang out, have a good time. Just never able to connect.
Well, Ray's out there with his boys, and he met up with somebody that lives out there, so you know.
No, he's been.
Is he big time?
Petrilli's beneath him.
Man.
He's Ray.
Man.
He's a big star. All
Oh,
he get DMs.
no.
He does TV and stuff.
Oh man,
That's what it feels like to me.
I have beers with Petrilli all the time at Manayunk.
But you know what? You know what I know? Like here's what I know. That I texted Petrilli early. Just like we did with Ray, he texted me back minutes later.
Yeah,
when you need me.
Petrilli's a dog.
He's a dog.
Hey,
Yeah.
Fellas, my body's still used to the East Coast time, like even though we had a couple beers, we're still waking up here at like 6 a.m.
Oh yeah.
So we're always ready to rock and roll.
That was my point with Ray. It's like what do you're an adult. What do you mean like 10 o'clock local time you're not awake? Yeah, his body hadn't adjusted yet. That's a great point. Well, listen. Enjoy your trip. So you're going to the games tomorrow, or going to the games? How many games are you going to in L.A.?
I'm going Friday, Saturday. I'm going tonight too. It's Yamamoto bobblehead game. So if you guys know me, I love my bobblehead, so I'm gonna go get that Yamamoto bobblehead to bring back. But yeah, so it's gonna be an awesome time the rest of the week out here. Hope to see a lot of Phillies fans. Feel free to hit me up on Brendan Petrilli on Instagram. But I'm heading into the water right now, fellas.
Brendan Petrilli on Instagram. Do not wear red to the stadium. Just warning you.
No, I got the blue hat on.
Well,
that was a smart move, right?
We were warned 2009. We were warned 2008, 2009. We were warned not to wear red because something may not happen, but something may happen. Like people might get pissed. Gang stuff.
Yeah, the gang stuff. Well, this pup right here, he's having a good time in the water with me. But
all right, dude. Have fun. We appreciate you zooming in.
He's getting.
Hey, go Phils.
Yeah, I bet. Go Phils. He's in there to get the Yamamoto last out Game 7 bobblehead. Now, he's a big bobblehead aficionado. We got that. But that's what's being given away. It's literally last year's World Series Game 7. I'll tell you what, those Dodgers bobblehead giveaways, those lines wrap around. So I'm sure as hell, man, those are some cool bobbleheads. Dude, this is all this year? Look at this is what the Dodgers have. They got a great lineup, and
I guess if you have a payroll $500 million, what do you care?
They got Yoshi. They gave away a Yoshi bobblehead.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I saw Mario Brothers in the movies.
Do you like Southern California?
Love it.
Love it. I do too.
Would kill to be there right now.
My brother-in-law used to live in L.A. for a long time. He's been in Vegas for the last decade or so, but we used to go out and visit him. My wife and I used to go out and visit him. He lived in Hollywood. We'd stay in his apartment. I'm like, this is the best thing ever. And then he moved, and it's like, can't you move back to California?
Yeah.
But I love Southern California. LA's a lot of traffic. San Diego's a lot of traffic, not like LA traffic. Very expensive. Weather's great.
He's out there for the Dodgers, though, tonight. So who they got? The Rockies. All right. And Ohtani's pitching.
Wow.
Jeez.
What? Damn, dude.
Petrilli killing it right now.
Yep.
What's Ray doing? What's he doing
Ray.
tonight?
Probably he's going to have a popcorn
dollar
piece
tacos.
in his nose.
Yeah,
when he wakes
exactly.
up.
I think he went to the zoo today.
Oh, the zoo. There you go.
Oh, he was talking about going to the zoo yesterday. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, you don't go to SeaWorld anymore? That's not a politically correct thing?
I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't have too much of an issue with SeaWorld, but they were bottling up Shamu.
I don't know.
You can't bottle up Shamu. It's a killer whale.
I would check it out. Coming up next. Ooh, we're going to have a little game with Sean Brace
Let's
with
do it.
TV theme songs. It's coming up next. Middays with the Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies win another. I am Patricia Caputo with your Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies look for a sweep against the Padres this afternoon. Christopher Sanchez expected to be on the mound for the Phils. Walker Buehler starting for San Diego. Phillies-Padres begins at 4:10 p.m. The Eagles begin OTAs Monday. Jalen Hurts is expected to speak to the media this afternoon. Adam Schefter joined the morning show and discussed that it's a matter of when A.J. Brown is traded, not if.
Honestly, don't know when it's going to happen next week. I just don't know. I really don't know right now. So we'll find out. But at this present moment, I cannot tell you whether it's going to happen Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday.
OTAs continue for the team until June 4th. The Union are on a hiatus until July 22nd as the city of Philadelphia prepares for the World Cup to come to town starting June 14th. In national news, OKC took a 3-2 lead over the Spurs Tuesday night. The winner of the game will face the Knicks in the NBA Finals. And the Golden Knights are headed to the NHL Finals after sweeping the Avalanche. This update is brought to you by Taco Bell. Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Luke's boxes. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices varies. Freezes and specialty drinks are not included. Tax extra. I am Patricia Caputo on the home of the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Got Mark, Sean Brace, Patricia Caputo, Negative Nate, Brandon Dutz. We're all here. Reminder tomorrow, live from Chickies and Pizza in Marlton, our Flyers end-of-season celebration broadcast, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Bill Colarulo will be out there with me, John Kincade, and I co-hosting the show. Flyers guests. We have a ton of merch, a ton of signed merch, a ton of swag, and we're doing a Flyers jersey party. Wear your jersey, the best jerseys and the worst jerseys. It could be the best, it could be the worst, but we have multiple prizes to give out, Sean. So there'll be a first place, second place, third place, etc.
Very cool.
So, if you had a Trent Klatt jersey that was signed.
Oh, I do, actually.
You might win.
How about that?
You know the story with Trent Klatt?
No. What do you got?
Mike Miss, back in his 6'10" days, bet a listener that he wouldn't score 20 goals in a season.
Okay.
Because Trent Klatt was a mucker and grinder, and he scored 20 goals in a season. So, Mike, the bet was he'd buy him groceries for a year.
No.
And he bought him groceries, I forget, for however long.
That's a great bet. Sorry. I would love that.
You got to buy him groceries at least once a month.
And that's what it was. But the guy was getting, he wants fillets, and he wants this, and he wants
groceries
that.
are groceries. There wasn't a number attached to it.
There was not. So the guy did it for a couple of times, and then they let it go.
Okay.
So that's why I always go back to Trent Klatt.
I still got my rat tail, if anybody cares.
Yeah, we didn't get an update. I saw it yesterday. It was looking, when I say good, I don't mean good. But the fat on the back of your head takes away from it. I mean, but it's not a good look.
No, it's a terrible look. Yeah, the fat, that's the one thing I noticed about all of this is, man, back of my head is ugly. I didn't really think it was that ugly, but it is ugly.
All right, we got to get to this because the segment isn't very long. We say happy birthday to Todd Bridges. Todd Bridges today, how old is he? He's like 61 or 62 or something, all right? Todd Bridges was on the great show from the 80s, Different Strokes. Willis.
That's right.
Willis Jackson. He changed his last name to Drummond. But anyway, for my money, now the world don't move to the one of my favorite TV themes. You like it?
I do. I dig it.
A man is born. All right, so I'm going to play you like a 2 or 3 second cut.
Oh, God.
And you're going to have to pick out what it is, and then we'll play the actual song, all right? So we're putting you on the spot.
Okay, let's do it.
So we can bring this one down. Yeah. All right, so give me 1 second there, Trish.
There's so many theme songs from TV shows.
What's your favorite?
Fresh Prince.
Okay, well, then why don't we do this?
I know it. I know it. I know it. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
It is.
Oh, yeah, that's an easy one. Oh, yeah.
Now this is a story all about how my life got
That's a great one, right?
upside down, and I'd like to
all
take
right,
a
let's
minute
go
to
to your 1 for 1. Let's go to number 2.
Oh, I got that one. That is The Ship Set Sail. That would be Gilligan's Island.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale.
Good show, yes or no?
I mean, it's iconic. I don't know if it was a good show.
The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. Hey! Not a good show, but a good show.
Yeah, there you go.
Growing up missing school, you would get Gilligan and Hogan's Heroes and McHale's Navy.
A little bit young, I'm a little
bit older
but that's all right. That's all right. I can dig it.
But one of the great characters, which was Thurston Howell III and Lovey, his wife. Oh, Lovey.
Lovey.
Jim Backus. Love it. All right, next one.
Making a way when you can.
Oh, my God.
Temporary layoffs.
Good times. I don't know.
Easy credit or rip.
I pulled that one out of my butt.
Anytime you feel free. So I was thinking about Good Times last week.
Yeah.
Remember when we talked about how Fresh Prince, it was so fugazi when they just didn't kill Aunt Viv and they just replaced her with another actress?
Sure.
So I don't know what happened with John Amos in Good Times. They killed him.
They killed him?
This poor family grew up in the projects in Chicago and couldn't get out of the projects. Finally, JJ becomes a successful painter and they have some success. And then the dad dies.
John Amos is a great actor.
Great actor.
Yeah, Coming to America.
That's what you go to for John Amos.
Well, I mean, it's one of the
McDowell's.
Yeah, it's one of the first ones that come to my mind. Sure.
All right, good job, Sean.
All right, I
Let's-
pulled that one out of my butt.
This should be a relatively easy one. Go for it.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. What is that? Oh.
Book 'em, Dano.
Hawaii 5-0. Yeah.
I love this one.
That's a great theme song.
Oh, it's a great theme song.
Really good.
All right, let's go to the next one there, Trish.
Wow. No.
By Quincy Jones.
Really?
Late 70s.
Yeah, I don't have it. What do you got? Shaft?
Same era.
I don't know.
Fred Sanford walks outside with his newspaper.
Sanford and Sons.
And he rushes off the chair. Lamont's driving the junkie car.
Sanford and Sons. Excuse me, it's not plural.
Yeah, I mean, I remember as a young kid watching it in second run in syndication.
Red Fox. Let's go.
Oh, I love the show, you big dummy. All right, next one.
Here's the story of a man named Brady. Boom.
This is a later one, too.
It's a lovely lady.
This is when Carol was banging Greg.
Oh. I thought
Allegedly.
I thought it went a man named Brady to start. How about that? Got that wrong. But yes, Brady Bunch.
Did you like the Brady Bunch?
No, I wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Oh, let's talk some Brady Bunch, man. Yeah. Marsha. All right, next one.
Moving on up to the east side.
Right? And the name of the show?
And the name of the show is Moving on up.
George, Wheezy,
Yeah.
Helen and Tom Willis,
The hell's the name of the show? I know it.
the Johnsons.
The Jeffersons.
Well, we're moving on up
Moving on up.
to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Now, do you know George's occupation?
No.
Jefferson Cleaners. He had a chain of cleaners, like dry cleaning. It's beans don't burn in the kitchen.
There it is. Yeah.
Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying, just it up that hill. And now we up in the big leagues. Get my turn at bat. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby, and ain't nothing wrong with that. We're moving on up. All right, it's a good one. My favorite show as a kid,
Sherman
Sherman Hemsley from South Philly.
Yeah? Yeah. Oh, he's from
South Philly, the pride of South Philly, brother.
He was from South Philly.
I interviewed him.
know that.
I interviewed him.
Get out of
Lovely gentleman.
He's passed away. Yeah, I did not know that. How about that?
All right, we've one more. Trish? All right, one more.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I get goosebumps hearing it.
We're driving up the turnpike. We're going to North Jersey. This is Soprano.
Tony's got the cigar in between his fingers. He grabs that old New Jersey Turnpike ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Snatches it out of the machine.
Yeah. Yeah, The Sopranos. Easily, I think you could probably put this up there in front of Fresh Prince as far as theme songs are concerned for television.
Have you ever heard the actual... It's called... The name of the group is Alabama something.
Right.
It's an extended theme. It's like a 4-minute song, and it's awesome. Check it out. It's on my Amazon Music.
How
Love
about
this. It's a good gym song.
Okay.
Trying to get pumped up.
Yeah.
All
I need
right.
to go to the gym. I haven't been in a couple of days.
Go to the gym.
All right, how did I do? I did okay.
You did great.
All right, good.
Yeah, you did great.
Nice work.
All right, coming up, YouTube chat recap, the last chance for your phone calls as well, 610-632-0975, Middays with Marks, 97.5.
The NHL
chatter from our last segment. Dutz is mad that we didn't play the Entourage.
That's a good one.
So here's what I used. I went through a Rolling Stone list that had the top TV themes, and I kind of picked the ones that I liked the best.
Sure.
I didn't actually see the Entourage theme. Would you consider that a good theme?
Yeah, it's got a beginning to it where you know it when you hear like what's that, the guitar sound.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty good.
Yeah.
The show sucks.
Show had its moments, but
Early on it was pretty good.
Yeah, Troy checking in. He says, I'm shaking my fist in the in rage at the, quote, Johnson's answer, LOL. Now, you said that as a hint to me, so nobody said the Johnsons. You were trying to steer me in the right direction. Or, excuse me, somebody said the Johnsons, but you were trying to steer me in the right direction. The Johnsons was not a guess. I just want to put that out there.
No.
I want to correct the tape, Your Honor, here.
Yeah, no, I was you knew that wouldn't be correct, and it might give you a
and
hint.
It did. The Jeffersons, yes. But, you know, look.
I can't believe you don't like the Brady Bunch.
No.
Did you just, is it just, it wasn't in your wheelhouse growing up? I can still watch Brady Bunch episodes to this day.
Yeah.
Trish, do you know any of these shows?
Yeah, I knew actually most of them. I just didn't know all the theme songs.
All right, but have you sampled the Brady Bunch? Have you watched any of these?
I watched the Brady Bunch a lot when I was a kid.
And you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
You know what I was? I was more of a Monkees fan.
Horrible show.
Yeah, I was more of a Monkees guy.
Hey, we're the Monkees.
Hey, yeah.
People say we monkey around.
People say we monkey around. That's what I was.
So you like the Monkees?
I was a monkey. Again, way young.
Give me some other shows.
From back in those days?
Well, like around when
I
you
was
were a
watching
kid. Heathcliff, no one could terrorize a neighborhood. Right.
Yes, that's what I was watching.
But Heathcliff just can't be on top.
I remember like
playing pranks on everyone.
That's
Friday.
a cartoon. Yeah, I know, but still, like those are the shows I was watching instead of that. What was the Fridays? The Friday shows. What they used to call it? It wasn't Thank God It's Friday, TGIF.
Yeah, TGIF.
Was it?
On
Okay.
ABC?
Yeah, you had dinosaurs.
Perfect Strangers.
Growing Pains.
Growing Pains. So
Ow.
Growing Pains, that's Alan Thicke. Alan Thicke composed so many of these 80s songs you don't even realize.
Really?
That's really what it's like. He was an actor, but his true job was a composer.
Yeah.
So he came up with any of these scores that you see to these TV shows, there's a good chance that Alan Thicke was involved in it.
How about
Growing
that?
Pains a great one. But like,
How about that?
would you have known Growing Pains?
Oh, yeah.
Show me that smile.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would have get all, again, those are wheelhouse for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next time.
All right. Anything in the 70s, your boy wasn't even out the womb.
Well,
yet.
I mean, 70s is Jefferson's was early 80s.
Okay.
Sanford and Son, I just figured everybody watched or everybody knows the song.
I just figured everybody watched.
I mean, I used to.
That's great. Yeah, sure. It was good.
What people around our age? I knew Dutz wouldn't.
No,
know,
not a shot.
like, or Trish wouldn't know some.
I
of
had
them.
heard of the show before, though. I
Right.
just didn't know the theme song.
Right. That's Quincy Jones. It's because there's an extended. What is it called? I wrote it down. I didn't know the name of it, but there's an extended. It's called Street Beater. The name of the Sanford and Son song. It's a longer one.
How about that?
That he composed. We had this one too. You wouldn't know this one. This was 70s. Bring it down a little bit, Trish. This is my favorite song. My favorite show growing up. What's Happening? With Fat Freddie Stubbs
there you
and
go.
Raj.
Yeah, I used to watch Fat Albert. That's from way back in the day.
You remember that theme?
Hey.
But you remember the beginning of it? It would go.
That's what I heard. I hear. That's what thought I was hearing.
Nah, gonna have a good time. Hey.
It's Fat Albert.
You know what the problem with that song now is?
What is it?
Or that show now is?
What?
Bill Cosby?
Bill Cosby?
So I was watching the Cosby Show the other night.
He's out of jail, right? Or is he still in jail?
Yeah.
Okay.
They drove right past my house.
Okay.
Because he's a Graterford. On the way to the highway, he drove
right.
right by the helicopters.
88 Bill is.
Woo. But he was Fat Albert.
Yeah.
Because they would go back, they would have the cartoon Fat Albert, and then they would go back to him, and he'd be, shooting the crap.
Picture pages?
Picture pages.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Time to grab your crayons and your pencils.
That was my show.
All right. All right, come on. What other shows that were in syndication did you watch?
God,
Did you not miss school?
Well, yeah, it was always a Price is Right.
Okay, Price is Right's a staple.
And then it went always to Jerry Springer.
Okay, so your talk show age.
Oh, yeah. Ricky Lake. Oh, what was the dude on UPN 9? Richard
Bay. 9
Boom.
broadcast Plaza was turned into Richard Bay.
Yes.
Oh, believe me, you have a hard time finding anybody that knows more about this crap than
Yes, that was a thing.
Richard Bay was crazy too because they would have any person that was overweight, they'd play the elephant sound effect when they would come out.
We used to be a better.
It was pretty.
We used to be such a better society. Maybe that's when we peaked as society after the Richard Bay show.
Oh, didn't Jenny Jones kill somebody or something happened on Jenny Jones?
I don't remember that.
Rude Jude,
yeah, sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, I liked it before because it was right when the Cosby Show ended. Because I remember that first year, Tempest Bledsoe from the Cosby Show. When the Cosby Show ended, she had her own daytime talk show for like a year, maybe 2. Danny Bonaducci had a show. Springer started. Ricky Lake. Jenny Jones. Sally Jesse. Because originally it was like Sally Jesse, Raphael, and Phil Donahue. They weren't trashy.
Yep.
Maury wasn't even trashy. But then they all went trash because it's old. Montel Williams was a show that actually had real issues.
Yep.
And then they went paternity test. Maury was like 80-some years old going paternity test with these poor people that are coming on there for a free trip to New York.
You are not the father.
I don't know how he does it. Maybe to get away from Connie Chung.
He's still rocking, too.
Is he doing the show still? No.
I swear I thought
think it
he
ended
was.
recently. No.
I'm telling you.
You might be right.
Like, I thought they were doing something with the Maury Povich, but...
They can't still be doing those shows. I mean, I guess they could.
Be a guest. Maury's team. Yeah, he's still out there. Not only is he still out there, we could be a guest on the show.
I bet you can.
Where to watch?
He's been...
Weekdays.
No. The final episode's 2022, unless he did something new.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's fill it out. Let's see if we can still get tickets.
How do you think Maury is right now?
I think he's 87.
As you're looking at it.
Yeah. Good for him.
Let's get to the YouTube chat recap. What do we got?
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Giddy up.
I don't think the reporters care about an A.J. Brown question, and I don't blame them. Neil from the chat.
Oh, I mean, it is only the biggest story in the NFL, putting Josh Jacobs and what took place last night. It literally is still the number one storyline in the NFL right now. Off season, what's going to happen with A.J. Brown? Sorry, you don't want to ask about that? Oh, okay. It was the only reason why I wanted to listen to Nick Sirianni talk today.
And we weren't expecting him to say anything, but an update on A.J. Brown is a very viable question, and it's not even criticism of the reporter, but like you said, I wanted to hear how they answered it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, A.J. Brown not at practice today. Not mandatory either, though.
All right, go figure. Yeah. All right, what's next?
That Sean Brace rap interlude was whiter than a Bellini brunch on the main line. MBD from the chat.
Hey, look, those Bellini brunches, they all hit the same. They all hit the same. Yes, nothing wrong with that. But anyways, he's right. I gave my best attempt at a summertime.
News at noon with Ray Dunn.
The news at noon
with Ray Dunn.
With Ray Dunn.
All right, what's next?
Emily at Razor Bar is a Sixers fanatic. She's going to scalp that fake grass. Andy from the chat.
She is not a Sixers fanatic, and just because I'm not getting a lot of support on the Sixers fans for the Knicks, that's fine. I'm not looking for support. I have Ricky. I have Trish. Dutsy's not involved. If you want to see the video, Dutz put up a video on our socials. It has my face photoshopped on a Knicks fan. But whatever. I mean, listen, I don't have my own team. It's the playoffs. My team doesn't play in the playoffs. It passed around. That's the way it is. So yeah, I am gonna root for the Knicks this year. I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a Sixers fan for the Knicks.
Can't cross streams.
All right, what's next?
Careful, BP. The environmentalists are going to try to return you to the water. Andy from the chat.
Oh, that's not nice. Petrilli may have a couple of extra lbs in the belly.
Yeah, man.
You can bring that down.
Talking about me too, as well.
You can bring it down.
Yeah, BP's the man.
All right, Jalen Hurts is going to be speaking at some point early this afternoon.
Oh,
what does he say? He's going to be. I mean, is he going to be asked about A.J. Brown?
That's a good question.
Are the reporters standing down and not asking questions?
I can't believe they didn't ask Nick Sirianni one A.J. Brown question.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think I think that Sirianni, no one even really cares because he's not going to say anything. But Jalen hits differently because he's leaving, most people believe, because of his relationship with Jalen, whether it's on the field, off the field, or both. A lot of people believe that. And AJ's already taken, Nick Sirianni's already taken the question. He's not going to say anything. Who knows what's Jalen going to say? It's more, what's he going to say? That's really the intrigue with it.
I still would have asked Nick something.
I agree. Does Jalen say anything, or does he shut it down?
That's a great question. I think he will give you some sort of coach speak on it, but I don't think he shuts it down like, I'm not talking about that. I
don't think that.
Yeah.
They just talk around it.
Talks around it.
Not give an answer.
Very bland.
All right. Well, Trish, thank you very much. Great job today. Coming up next are the guys, Ricky and Bill, and they're going to take you through the afternoon. And we are back tomorrow, everybody. Have a good one. Talk to you.
Hey, coach, a new offense coordinator and a new quarterback. But in this particular case, you just have new thoughts, new ideas, new perspectives.
OTAs continue for the team until June 4th. The Union are on a hiatus until July 22nd as the city of Philadelphia prepares for the World Cup to come to